an occasion that was supposed to be an introduction to an engagement, okay? And you did not even inform the father of the deceased that, sir, we are having this engagement so time. This is going to be an so time. You told him it's an introduction. At the 11th hour, he wasn't prepared for it, to ambush the man. Okay, the man had to do it for his son. And according to what we heard, they said Mohbad was not even expecting an engagement. Mohbad was, I didn't say Mohbad was crying, like he was not even expecting. Anyway, for the men, I hope you are seeing how all this is going on. I've also for them too, because it happens on both sides too. So she's talking about the family also. She also used an age-long hatred that Mohbad's mom has for Mohbad's dad. She used that age-long hatred and jealousy. She reignited it again, and then she used that to buy Abosede over to his side, because she knows that the woman came exclusively for the body. She came for the goodies, for the goodie. She came for the cake. She came for the money. So look, we know what you came for. So be on our side, peddle our narrative, and that thing that you are looking for, you will get it. If you go to join Mr. Mohbad's dad, he did not even recognize his wife anyway. He might kick you aside. He might not even like you. He might not even tell you things. He might not even agree with you. So what will you gain? So it's true. What will I gain? Okay, let me be with you guys. Okay, Liam is negative. Okay, let me just be carrying him around like he's my son. I'll be treating him well, so that everybody will, so that I'll be playing the script so well. So that's what she did, and Adora too was at the beginning, we can all see from Adora's face, he's not composed, you don't know what to say, because of course his brother just passed away. They didn't dare to buy him. It was a hard sell. He didn't want to. He was still like, what should I do? What should I do? Most of the times when Mr. Omowummi tried to, according to Mohbad's dad during the interview, when they were trying to get across to Adora, come to Ikorodu and tell your dad what's going on. His mom picked the call and said, look, he's sleeping. So Adora has been sleeping since 2023, and he suddenly awoke in 2025 to grant interview, or sometimes he only wake only when he wants to release some of Mohbad's songs that he has dubbed. Now, Adora will only wake up only when he hears about, okay, it's time to go to the studio to sing some of Mohbad's songs that has been, we just duet you with Mohbad's songs and to make it seem as though you and Mohbad, you featured together. And also, after all, you wrote some of Mohbad's song lyrics for him. So why not? If you wrote Mohbad lyrics for him, so it makes sense for you to even sing in the songs, just like to make it seem as though Mohbad prepared an album with his bro, so we can use that to push you and make you the face of modernization. Okay, we are going to be the face of modernization. Adora will grow up, and they'll be telling him that Mohbad is your dad, that Adora, you have to find a way to kick the guy off. Mohbad is your dad, you are the ear to modernization. So Liam will grow up and be forming like he's the next modernization, he's the ear, it was Mohbad is his dad. Anyway, don't worry, we'll wait for him. Maybe if we are alive by that time, like if the world has not gone to shit, there is no world war, we'll be alive. We'll tell Liam, still, Mohbad is not your dad, alright? We know the story, but we'll tell Liam the story. We say, look, your mom buying Mohbad, alright? And who knows, maybe we get justice. We're going to get justice by God's grace, and if we do, we want to see her tied behind the gallows, her neck hanging on meat hooks, maybe sentenced to death or shot by firing squad, or some long-term prison sentence. We don't give a fuck about the mom. The point is, if Liam grows and is trying to form some muscle, we tell him, look, hey boy, you're dead. Go and look for your dad this way. Mohbad is not your dad, alright? We tell him, and before if we to grow old, we will tell those younger generations the old story, so that in case he pops up and wants to be a king somewhere, or he wants to be a record label or owner, or wants to be singing in an organization, we'll tell him, look, okay, you can sing, but Mohbad is not your dad, alright? You don't have a right to it. So we pray and we hope that Mohbad, and we're going to support Mohbad's dad to win this case and to make sure that his record label is protected under the Aloba lineage, and that nobody is used as a tool to scoop up everything that just suffered and worked so hard for. So they've used all those things to attract Mohbad's mom, and now, she's in too deep. They used Mohbad's mom to buy Adora over, and then they used her to make sure that Adora did not speak out, did not go out. Adora is, kept in line, and Adora was spilling the same script until Adora cracked. And then Adora is like a, it's like a broken record talking about burial care. This night care. Oh, really? So you were deaf. Anyway, I don't want to talk bad on Adura like that. That just because of his dad anyway. But Adura was not deaf, right? When his dad was not granted the police report, he was also not deaf, or blind, when the mob refused to accept his brother's body for whatsoever reason. His nose was working when Darusha was there, saying that Mohbad's body was smelling. Okay, and he was not deaf when they were told by Kuramed and Perez to deposit the body at the morgue. But instead of just taking the body at the morgue, they took the body and put it under the staircase, as though that is not even a criminal act already. Anyway, let's not say much. Let me stop here. So for the CTC, I would like to have a copy of it so that anytime I want to read it, we can read it. The point of reading it is to further reassess our position and to look at the CTC with through many angles, and to also invite and to accept advice from audience who's on this platform on what the legal team can do. Of course, they know what to do, but we also welcome advice. So the advice is welcome from anyone who might want to put their input on the advice. Not for us to feel bad or to be angry. I mean, we've gone through so many hurdles and so many storms. So by now, our hearts should be very strong. So we should be stone-hearted at this point in time. So I can read the CTC. I would like to have a report of the CTC so I can read it anytime. Anyone needs to read. And we can read it for fun, just to laugh at those, magistrate and, those co-conspirators, the DPP and all those PPs and the Antor in general, and place the curse on them and their children and their generation as we so choose. So let's cruise over them so we can get the CTC. And I will appreciate if a copy can be sent to me. At this point, let me just...
please inbox me, DM me, I will send it to you. Or if anybody has your number that I know, I can forward it to the person. And he said...
ṣé ìyá yẹn lè máa bú lónìí ìyá yẹn lè máa bú lónìí ló máa wá dùn èmi Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́. Níjọ́ tí mo fi pósìtì orí kan fi tí mo fi hàn mọ́ mi pé ìyá Ṣọlá ẹ rí nǹkan báyìí ẹ wo wúmà yìí hàn wọ́n ìwé kan rẹ̀ ni pé ṣé ayé tó ti mà ọ́ náà báyìí because àwọn ìyá yẹn ti bá tí wọ́n débi èyí ní kẹ́ múra bẹ́ẹ̀ ni náà láwọn pípù yìí àwọn tán láti bọ̀ tán yìí kò sáti bọ̀ tán kankan fún ròyìn. nǹkan Mohbad kú àwọn tá àtàn mọ́ràn ẹ̀ tá àmọ́ Mohbad rí àtàn mẹ́bí àtàn mọ́ra ẹ̀ ó ń dùn wá.
ó ń dùn mí o.
bàbá òṣì ó ń kọrin káàkiri ó ń jó káàkiri ó ń dunnú káàkiri. Olórí buyin ẹ̀dẹ̀ lùlù kó máa jó lọ wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń lù fún inú bàbá tó yẹ kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí kẹ́ kọ̀rẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀. Àmọ́ kò lè dùn mí ẹ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wọn náà àti tó kódà wọ́n yìí tó ló ń wà nílùú èbó nu wọn ẹ lọ wọ àwọn òbí wọn bó náà ṣe rí ọ̀bàyéjẹ́ ní gbogbo wọn láti bọ̀ tó wọn nídìílé wọn jáde láti ìdílé gidi kan. Ní ráwọn òbí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ráwọn òbí wọn gẹ́gẹ́ tí wọn mọ̀ yí pé ní kò sọmọlúàbí lára wọn. Láwọn ọmọ olórí burúkú yìí àwọn ọmọ tán níran àwọn ọmọ bìrọ́bì náà sì kà á ti yẹ yín tẹ̀yìn àti owó tẹ ní kà á ti yẹ yín tẹ̀yìn gbogbo tẹ bá wò ní. Èyí tó bá bí dànù yín tó ṣe pé lóòótọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lẹ́nu yẹn ẹni critical thinker ní ṣe wá nírò rí tẹ́ fi lè mọ̀ ọ́nà bí tẹ́ lè gbé ìgbà tẹ́ fi lè petition àwọn gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé nígbà tí mo bá lè kú olórí ibu yín kò sí kankan tẹ́ rí ṣe ń bẹ̀. CDM náà lẹ́ ń jà fún Yomi Fabiyi tẹ́ ń bú tí gbogbo yín ṣépè fún tí Yomi ṣe Yomi tí èso ọmọ ẹ̀ lókun tó ṣe lórí justice for Mohbad ṣé bàbá yín ṣe kọ́ta ẹ̀ bàbá yín tó máa kú fún gan ṣó ṣe kọ́ta ẹ̀ ká ti yẹ gbogbo yín lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ẹ wá ń sẹnu wátawàta, ẹ ń sẹnu rédèrèdè. Ọmọ aláìníran náà tó èyí tó bá bí láyé nígbà tí ìyá mi ò bá jẹ́yàn mi ò ní post ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin náà post ìyá yín kárí bí ìyá yín ṣe rí náà. Kò ní yẹ ẹ̀yin tí gbogbo tẹ́ gbójúlé. Ẹ wá rò bí nǹkan kan wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe fún rìmí yín mọ́ tó lè dùn mí. Wàláhì súnmọ́ bíi láì lásìm kò sí. Èmi lè sọ fún yín pé lágbára yìí tó bá dá lójú pé òun lówó òun jẹ́yàn ayé mọ̀ òun lágbára kó competition lórí Wùmí. Tí Wùmí ò bá ní báyé ìyálà ìyá yín jẹ ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú yìí. Àwọn tó yẹ ká competition lé lórí ẹ̀rí kankan ṣe lórí wọn. Àwọn tó wá ń jà fún justice tọkàntọkàn àwọn yẹn lẹ́ wọ́n face. Ẹlẹ́nu ẹ lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ká yẹ yín tọmọtọmọ.
Àmì.
Àwọn olórí burúkú gbogbo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Owonikoko Abike Castle. I'm just here to say one or two things. I'm at the bus station, so it be by words for my noisy. Owonikoko, the same person, like immediately Timosho platform, you know, that Apapa platform, Mauritania tagging, then one stupid idiot all tag me now. I don't know if it's the same person, but because editor tag me, Timosho platform Apapa, tó sọ pé àwọn ọmọ máa kú ni. Sori ó ti fẹnu kọ lọ́sàn yìí cause bó ṣe wà yẹn ìwọ ẹni yẹn tó wà ní ìwọ ìṣẹ̀dá tó tag mi tó sọ pé àwọn òbí ẹ̀ wọ́n máa gbé ẹ̀sìn yẹn before the end of this year àwọn òbí ẹ̀ máa gbé ẹ̀sìn tí ìwọ náà bá ti ní ọmọ láyé àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa kú ní ojú ẹ̀ o ò ní fi ọwọ́ ẹ̀ tó fi tag mi ẹ̀ o ò ní fọwọ́ yẹn ṣe nǹkan rere mọ́ láyé lẹ́yìn kó fi gbọ́mọ sí níwọ̀ ìṣẹ̀dá yẹn olórí burúkú ni yín you Apapa spicy gist tètè kush ayé yìí ti bàjẹ́ ní nǹkan gidi kọ́kọ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ fàyè yín ṣe ju kẹ́ dúró sórí kíní kẹ́ máa constitute nuisance. Like immediately I was dropped on that platform. Mo gbà tó sọ pé óyá ẹ clear Perkins ti débẹ̀ maybe wọ́n sọ pé Perkins ti dé platform honourable Yach, I don't know. Now sọ pé ní nǹkan gidi kọ́kọ́ you can't just sit down and think in your brain in your thinking brain in your empty skull. Lè fi ru nǹkan gidi kankan kẹgbẹ́ nǹkan dada ṣe láyé yín ìwọ lórí burúkú spicy gist tó ọmọ máa ṣàǹfààní tó yẹ pé ọmọ fẹ́ bọ̀gùn ni bó ṣe wà yín. The other day tí ẹ̀yẹ́ engage evangelistic lórí platform yìí olórí burúkú ara ẹ̀ common kí ló ti ń pè common GoFundMe you couldn't pronounce o lè sọ ó yí lẹ́nu ẹni ìwọ kí ni olórí burúkú rádaràda ẹ jókòó sórí ibẹ̀ ẹ máa ṣe pé ẹ ní nǹkan gidi tẹ́ fẹ́ fàyè yín ṣe. It's a shame on you guys. It's a shame on all of you. It's a shame on Joseph Aloba olóko dógidọ́pẹ̀ tó yẹ pé ẹ lè ronú kẹ́ ṣe nǹkan gidi láyé yìí. Ẹ lè ronú ẹ ṣe nǹkan gidi láyé yín. Ṣé life lẹ ń live yìí? Ṣé bó ṣe ń live life ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ ṣe ń live yìí? Ẹ wá ṣe bí olórí burúkú kiri ẹ̀ ń attack àwọn èèyàn àwọn innocent people tí wọn ò lẹ́nìtì láti ṣe pẹ̀lú yín lẹ́yìn attack kiri online. I don't know you. I don't have anything to do with you. I don't know who the fuck you are. And you just dropped on the platform and you tagged me straight away. You could go and ask Shamsodium. I was the last person he had an encounter with the day he was arrested. I was the last person. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún lọ́jọ́ yẹn mo ló máa ká góńgó sọdún ni ó dẹ̀ máa ká góńgó sọdún cause ibẹ̀ yẹn ló ti máa ṣọdún yẹn ó máa ká góńgó sọdún. Ìwọ ẹsẹ̀ tó tag mi ẹ Spices Títí Kush Àpápá any of you ẹ máa ká góńgó sọdún ni ẹ ní fi ayọ̀ ṣe ọdún lélẹ̀ tẹ̀wá ẹ̀yìn kí ní olórí burúkú ọmọ ìrankíran ayé yìí máa bàjẹ́ ìlú ẹ̀yìn olórí burúkú do I give a fuck? In as much as I want this young guy, Mohbad, to get the true justice to deserve, then I wish and I hope this your stupid Joseph Aloba will get will be it will get what it deserves for all this rubbish he has been doing, this justice for this boy.
Lágbára
as much as we wish.
Àwa tó ń gbógun mọ́ tí wọ́n fi àwọn tó pamọ́ wọn sílẹ̀. Àdàbí pé àwa tó ń gbógun mọ́ tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ wa tí wọ́n pò sí àwa la pamọ́ mọ́. Àdàbí bẹ́ẹ̀ they will pay.
In as much as
they will still pay.
In as much as mo fẹ́ kí ọmọ yẹn kó rí true justice, then Joseph Aloba, you must pay for this your nonsense, your stupidity. You must pay for it. You must pay for it. Tó o bá kéré gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe yìí ọkàn mi ò lè balẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ máa kó ni wọ́n bá bá òṣì bá bá òfò bá ìyá téyàn ò gbọ́dọ̀ tara ẹ̀ wáyé olórí burúkú lójú ayé ẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ ẹ̀ scatter around on ṣe rádaràda kiri. You couldn't put your family together. You are doing rubbish on the show. What this celebrating on ṣe rádaràda orí burúkú kiri orí platform. So how with you? Olórí burúkú bàbá òfò ayé yóò ní da gbogbo yín ikú ìyá lẹ máa kú dànù ikú gbọ́nà lẹ máa kú tìrántìrán tọmọtọmọ gbogbo yín ẹ máa fọwọ́ yín gbọ́mọ sí ni time attack àwọn innocent people on this cause ikú gbígbóná báyìí ni gbogbo yín máa kú ẹ̀yin kí ní rádaràda olórí burúkú ó bọ́ sí studio lọ ń kọrin fún very dark náà gbogbo àwọn tó
bàbá wo ló bí ẹ olóṣì tó ń bọ̀bọ̀ nígbà kan bàbá wo ló
ikú ló máa ká ẹ̀ dànù.
Ta ni bàbá tiẹ̀ olóṣì wèrè? Ta ni bàbá ẹ̀?
Ikú ìyá ló máa kú dànù. Olórí burúkú ọmọ ìrankíran. Ọmọ ìrankíran ẹ̀yin tá ní life. No life. Ẹ̀yin tá ní life. Ẹ̀yin náà lè máa ṣe orí burúkú kiri. Turn on your camera. Let me turn on mine. Turn on your camera, let me turn on mine. Stupid idiot. Can you?
Olúbùkọ́lá Àjọkẹ́ bí mo ṣe já ẹ sílẹ̀ bí wàá ṣe máa jábọ́ láyé ẹ nìyẹn. Tó bá kú díẹ̀ pé òun gòkè wàá jábọ́ ní sẹ́ àdàbí tí wọ́n máa yí bá ṣe ẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ ní yẹ Olúbùkọ́lá kò ní ta fún ẹsẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn gbogbo wọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń gbénu ẹ̀ tó ń mí á máa jábọ́ lẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní lórúkọ Jésù kò ní ta fún ẹ idiot. Continue ìyá mi. Bí wọ́n yẹ já ẹyẹ ìjákulẹ̀ wàhálà òfò lọ́wọ́ máa ṣe kiri.
Àmín for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life. Bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Bó ṣe máa jẹ́ nìyẹn. Olórí burúkú ara yín ẹ ti believe pé tẹ́ bá ti wà lọ́nà you can just be saying you can be spitting rubbish like ẹ mọ nǹkan tó òǹkálukú gbé lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀yin kìíní olórí burúkú ibi tẹ́ ti Shamsodium dé nìyẹn. Alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn I was telling the guy kìíní kan we were trying to calm him down to explain things to him but kò listen. I asked him to go back to you guys to go and tell you guys the same thing he came to say on Poporiano's platform that night. He should go back to you people to go and say the same thing on you people's platform. If you really want help, please. But okay, náà ṣe bí olórí burúkú ó ń forí tu ó ń fọrùn tú nísìnyí báyìí ṣe bí gbogbo yín ti move on. Ṣebí gbogbo yín ti move on. It is still we. Àwa ẹ̀ náà látúnṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ látúnṣe ń try láti discuss bọ́n ṣe lè help bọ̀bọ́n yẹn bọ́n ṣe lè gbá. I know la tún ṣe sọ ẹ̀yin ẹ ti move on pẹ̀lú orí burúkú with your miserable life. You move on with it. You don't have anything to do with it. Ẹ ti lò, ẹ ti use and dump ẹ. To hell with it. To hell with it. Ẹ ti use and dump. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe. Kò ní cool fún gbogbo yín. Ikú yàbá ilẹ̀ máa kú ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ikú yàbá ilẹ̀ máa kú ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Gbogbo yín tẹ̀yìn attack àwọn èèyàn. You cannot stay on your own. Just do your things, do your conference, and go back to your thinking or rule. You won't do that, but all you do is to come and be dragging innocent people just because you want view. Ayé yóò ní dá. Ayé yín kò ní dá fún yín. Ẹ̀yin lórí burúkú yìí. Ẹ ṣe jàre mọ́ mi. Thank you, ma.
My darling, God bless you. Gbogbo yìí bí mo jẹ́ já sílẹ̀ yẹn ìwọ láyà. Wọ́n tó o fẹ́ ṣó pé ìwọ jàkàbán o gorí péjì mi wá o wá ń bóyàn tó sọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀. I'm Leslie. Mo já ìbọ́lẹ̀ yẹn mo já sí ikú lọ́wọ́ ni mo já sí àrùn lọ́wọ́ mo já sí ìbànújẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó ti inú ẹ̀ jáde tó fún ẹ láyọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa dẹ́kun mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ kò ní yẹ ẹ́. Olúbùkọ́lá Àjọkẹ́ ọlá ò lè kún mọ́ a máa kú ni kò lè kún olórí ibú aláyé bàjẹ́ èèyàn játijàti useless idiots shameless old women àwọn useless bitch tó pé sugar boyfriend wọ́n wá kiri ò sí level yìí we are not in your cabal we are not in anywhere in your level we have some prestige and respect for ourselves kì í ṣe anyhow now. No sense. Shameless idiot. Boring housewife. Mi ò bínú ọ̀gá wa ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin náà. Ẹ má bínú sir. But I was just surprised she even had the audacity to even send requests and come up on my page to attack person. Kò ní dá fún ẹ. Idiot. Careful Mohbad.
Ẹ ká sùn mà.
Ẹ ká sùn.
Yes, ẹ mọ́ mi ẹ má fún àwọn èèyàn nílẹ̀ ẹ má fún topic náà máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Ẹ ti wà nù kíní o ti pẹ́ ẹ ti mọ nǹkan tó ń tà sí láti place àwọn èèyàn out of this kíní àwọn true justice seeker. So ẹ̀gàn pa àwọn yẹn ti sẹ́gbẹ̀ kan. And then ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá lè bá advice Mr. Yomi. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó pé àwọn tó bá pé plan wà underground kọ́ máa gbé síta lọ sí bẹ́yẹn mọ́. Orí àpò ńlọ tún kọ́ sí kíní tó tún ṣe wọ́n sàfẹ́ chase àwọn èèyàn how to pay kíní sẹ́ àwọn òfẹ́ káwọn èèyàn participate ibi kíní mọ́ àwọn nìkan làwọn fẹ́ máa ṣe àwọn nìkan làwọn fẹ́ máa ṣe so nǹkan tí mi kàn fẹ́ sọ ń pa ènìyàn jàre mọ́.
Ṣé Mr. Yomi wá jẹni tó lè fọ́ lójú yín? Ṣó fọ́ fún mi?
Kì í sọ̀rọ̀ pé fífọ̀ ṣé mọ̀ pé ṣẹ́rí kíní ó ti ń gba kéèyàn kan máa àwọn nǹkan kan wà tó pé ó yẹ kéèyàn máa yàgò fún àbí something like that ó yẹ kó yẹ yín nǹkan tó ń dà sí sọ. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn nǹkan mi wà tó pé téèyàn bá ń ṣe underground yẹn ló máa good jù for me o nǹkan tẹ́mi rò ní pé underground yẹn ṣì máa ti make sense pé kéèyàn máa ti wá kéèyàn máa rí pé kíyàn ti jam ní ìdàdà ó ti sún ìdàdà yẹn sì lè kọ́ máa
ìgbà téèyàn
ní iná wà lára àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí kí ni mo jẹ́.
To her, like given to her to, read or what?
The bookie, they say people in the circle of Omowummi, they were making jest that case, Batoti Pada, láti zone 2 sí Panti, is dead on arrival. Ìyẹn ni Mashalaye, told me by that later. But now, wọ́n padà mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti gbé kúrò láti Panti, pé wọ́n ti gbàrọ̀ wọn on the order of the presidency, ó ti wà l'Abuja. They are only waiting for us to come and activate them so that they can start their job, work. So, ẹ wá bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ṣe èyẹ pé dead on arrival ni, ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn sì. Fúnra Rọ́mbọ́tà sọ nǹkan àdánwò tó padà rí kọ̀rọ̀ torí pé unnecessary competition òun là ń ṣe. So, I don't know if all these things bàbá yẹn ṣe, bóyá torí bàbá yẹn lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù ni o, or bóyá because the little he has involved himself, ó ti fi hàn gbọ́dọ̀ pé if this investigation finishes the right way or go the right way, he will be held accountable or he will be held liable. That's why he is blocking anything that will bring truth in that area. I don't know, but I can tell you for free, the preliminary report I'm given is that if we're going to be getting justice from Mohbad, proper and thorough investigation needs to be done on Wunmi, Adura, Darusha spending Baba Mohbad and Iya Mohbad. If they stop by partially blessing, because the law and the police must establish who gave, I am saying, who gave that blessing, who gave her the substance. I am saying, who gave her the substance. See, Oju Orori, who gave her the substance? Oju Orori, we want to know. Who gave her the substance? Don't use Oju. There is no way we want to know the truth. We will not. They need to bring her in. They will go and pick her up and add more to their charges, and then they will do forensic on her. So you see, we must be ready. But I will give you guys the green light if full forensic will be done. Okay? Which one is what visit? I don't understand what you mean by that. So as we speak now, we are ready to work with the police, and that forensic is very important, and part of the demands that we should be making, if we're going to be even protesting or coming out to celebrate, or to actually not celebrate, to hear our views that we still want justice on the 11th and 12th of September, is that phone forensic on these key persons are very, very sacrosanct. So we want the truth to be established. We want to know who gave them the substance. It will lead us to somewhere. Whoever gave them the fetish substance to throw inside the stuff will be able to determine the role the person played in the final moment of Mohbad. It's very important. Blessing cannot hold you Mohbad law. And that one we will not know the consequence of that thing, because blessing I don't know if she's been giving birth to children. Does she have children? What does it be more? A good man here. Normally on a good day. Whoever gave you that stuff, so and because I don't know how they want to. It's a natural justice. Only generational cause. Normally, you supposed to say, no, don't involve me in this. I brought me cookie one of my because you already. No, and to my share, whoever to watch shake a call for am I involved in Sure? Mobi Mole. Mokini, to back pada, one share a little amount of and whether they like it or not, Unton share. So what you are here, make a relationship, or not be mole. So until the processor and ask her, not to share a lot of cleansing and speak your truth. Because if you do not do that, what you did will come to fall. So whoever encouraged them to do that, they should understand it is not the right thing. So phone forensic, yes, so Daddy Lloyd, the phone forensic needs to be done, and we don't have to deceive ourselves. This is Nigeria for now. When it gets to that stage, I'm just going to appeal. Please, even if it's going to be the last trust demanding for me, okay, let me give this guy a benefit of the doubt. Please don't let anybody discourage you to say your means lying Google here. I think I'm by justice. Let's get this justice. Look at any talk to interview. Don't say when we said a phone forensic was done on King White, say Erubianash now my mind. In your bottom answer or Lord Juni, because among told him I just came out but to why Casita, she might go see London be my affair about me, my like it. There is a serious effort that must be in place legally. And even everything about legal advice involve Olopa. Which will be none of us of him pay. Which will be none of us of him pay our machine off. Police will tell you we are ready. If you want us to use our own logistics, it will be in our own time. But if you want to expedite it, police will not ask you not to support or encourage or mobilize. They will not make it official. But when you mobilize them unofficially, they will accept. So we come on, that's why most of the things that we've written, I want only willingness. We're going to know very shortly the willingness. So the only thing we need now is just support. That is a sort of lawyer. You know, I'm going to be returning to Nigeria with Amadisla Abuja. You know, I don't need excessive security like that, but of course, I will need some security. Then, and it might mean that I might have to stay in Abuja for some weeks. I have to stay in Abuja for some weeks because immediately we activate it. If our suspect everything, I have to be there to converse with them, you know, do so many things. So it's a total dedication this time around. They want to invite people. So Emma Fida, I don't know. Pawamba said he's doing something another way. Good luck to him on the other side. I don't know when he started believing in police again because he told me suddenly on board basis. But I don't know. Is what they're saying. Yeah. No, Iyabo Joe will be right, of course. I mean, if Iyabo, the petition and whatever I'm going to be writing, they will invite her, certainly. Even go to the borough, see very dark my hair. From our this is the question. So now it's not negotiable. So that's what we are focusing on before we now start looking for any extra to one lay. So is Iyabo's lawyer. Mr. Kode drew but one needs a sheet to go do down Mali but I will see Abuja. Iyabo, I drew now. I drew, but yeah, we don't boy is a Mitoba or Lassie. What I wish you can learn.
I think only part of our money and was a can learn. What's a you? I might see for Pasika. What is that of Pariade? Oh, you don't say anything, Monty, but nobody.
I'm not sure. I'm not aware. Son of Grace.
This time of now, I will have to police. The shop of Missa. Without our to a police, about Missa.
Kí ló ṣe náírà Málì yẹn náà tí kò fẹ́ náwó tó bá ti rí pé ó ti gbẹ́ kò fẹ́ wá kí yẹn náà gbé gbèsè sí polówó tó lè nà á padà sí Nàìjíríà by force náà.
Ẹ mọ̀ bí tí èmi ti ní little concern ṣé ń gbọ́rọ̀ mi ṣé ń gbọ́ mi I still
ó gbọ́ yín à ń gbọ́ yín.
Intelligently ni mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o because the rate at which gbogbo àwọn sáìdì kan yẹn wọ́n sáré lọ sọ́dọ̀ very dark man prime boy spending gbogbo wọn yẹn tó sáré lọ so see the lady gbogbo tó sáré lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ ó sì back of fame o because normally even during baba normally tó bá yẹ pé prime VDM ó ṣe make effort láti clean ní baba yẹn. Oh, aware Baba assumed the government that they should return Naira Marley. There was no question around that. I would have expected question to be asked around that. That you wanted him. Is there something that we don't know that you know? Why did you insist that Naira Marley and Sam Larry should be, re-added to the case or the suspect of around those that took the life of your son? That would have, given that kind of balance, but for the want of it, I want that.
I said that to buy Jimmy now, my dear, go to what Timofeno. I see there.
And to evidence, fine, there is lack of evidence against Naramali that they were there and they have a hand. But the core of the matter is, I'm looking at the rationale. Because if the Baba is in the court, he even sued it. Yeah, I'm talking about if Kevin is going to sue people and he said, "Oh God, I think you understand." And we look at the spending, we look at the Darusha. What role did they play? Who asked them to do what they did? If they actually did anything to Mubad. So it could be that they are not acting alone. They might be acting on an instruction. Then the evidence to link up with anybody external, they should face the music alone. But for the investigators to tell us that those in the house, I want to step in. And they would have to tell us who did it exactly. So then you ever got us if you don't pay your auto and to Abi no wale. Then they go for the person and sentence them. Oh, Jew, now. So one has to be careful. But the honest truth is, no evidence is available at the moment that is linking Naramali or Samilari. But most certainly, they are already discharged but not acquitted. But investigation will be thorough on those in the house. Okay, to what this stage here, I just say, easy láti sọ̀rọ̀. Even on industry gods, I want to buy him. So why did you draw the conclusion that they buy him? Why did you say them come and carry your trophy? Why did you refuse to tell the police in Lagos and the coroner that Mubad bled in the middle of the night and some people rushed out? Why are you confirming that via a voice conversation to Yomi Fabi that it was Darusha, Dijibami, and one rider? You don't take it that long to confirm it. In but justice the key details, and that is why we have to still come out again. But story to anybody is last joy. Could you know what to share? Time was around 3 a.m. to 4 p.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. And that is the only time someone had lived in police and at the coroner inquest. So if it is coming now, it means that the investigation is now going to be taking the right direction. So Omunoma saw showed Obagani Abi, they came in, some people came in, or people with you in the house. They took advantage of the argument you were having with him to now launch the instruction that was given to them. Why were you quiet? Are you in an association with them? Do you belong to the same court with them? And you are by law, now constitutional law court, not to mention the names, because you now keeping quiet or whatever has happened, shows you are already going to be charged for conspiracy to commit murder, and you might even be charged for committing murder as well. But by and large, they might look at it and say, they will take my life and that of my son. And I'm not seeing protection anywhere. And these people are dangerous that because we have already belonged to them, that thing that we have done together will make them to be tracing me wherever I go. So, but police can make them true. I'm a courtist don't get one police about the anti-courtism department. Be sorry, because when police do their job diligently, when the right people are picked up, they will speak. When my half brother, was murdered, I took up the case. I was, going into the case vehemently. Back and forth, going to the station. And police, I want to see by. Until they arrested all of them. And that is the beauty of it. So, and justice is justice. Like, The fact is, you cannot take somebody's life this way and say the family should fold their arms because they'll be scared. And there are so many universities that doesn't want that in the campus. So if that is the case, we want to know. But for them to actually do it this way, take his life, whatever it is that is involved, they must tell us. So if it she is not even understanding. I have been maintaining. I have an evidence that you fought Mohbad and you pushed him, he hit the head on the floor. And they don't understand what activism is all about. They think I'm just talking. I don't know what I'm taking. I'm not guiding what I'm saying. I have only maintained what is being said to me. They said you fought Mohbad and you pushed him, he hit the head on the floor. You want to point here, is at that point Mohbad died. You will be thinking that is what I am saying. That he said I killed my husband, I pushed. I only said you were said to have pushed and fought your man and pushed. There is a driver who confirmed that you had a fight with him through to the time you guys got home. And somebody who was in the house, between Adura and Damola, the only person that can give such an account to one DM here, TikTok DM here, is Adura. And it turns out again to be that original TikTok account Adura of his sender. So it means that it can never be Damola because Damola did not follow them to the show. And he can never witness the fight in the car or the fight at home in the early hours of 11th of September 2023. So Damola is just being placed as a fourth person, but he will pay for his crime. About the Abuja, guys, I need your support this time again, because all these things will require a whole lot. Because at the it's you about it's you the presidency. Number president for him. I can call it. The chief of staff to the president is an Ikoba. I'm an Ikoba. Contact here, maybe. So the senators, Senator Yach, all of them. So at the end of the day, it's important to note that at this stage, our case can come out okay. Within your life, you can model through. You have an NGO. You should really lead in some political big stronghold to start fighting. I can put through myself. More about your body, but to have lead you, you seek support and tell them we're on a particular case and they are doing this, they are doing that. Write to some key embassies, send in reports. Because what's in the Shwakanyo and they are making it look like we don't have a justice system in Nigeria. But if I run an NGO, it can only be cushioned and support by the public. Because whatever the NGO is going to do is to help the public, not. So I'm only volunteering myself for the cause of humanity. So if someone to mix it up in here, they are thinking someone like me is there for. No. They say that to really dirty. The family are not fully honest. A lot of people are trying to play competition. When I was doing Baba Gisha's case, our family was so cut off of a lot of people spoke about it, but I was at the beginning. So if I left if anybody join a WhatsApp group, okay, that's what I'm you or Muba Koshele. For Ele, what's it, the Bushy Ferry, a Mikoni move, and I'm not interested in taking the glory. So that's just it. Let's have that's not so left. So Walua, unmute your mic. Walua.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to contribute?
Yes, sir. May God help you, sir.
Amen.
I'm not buying your dress out. And in my own opinions, I think I think the family is the main problem of this thing. As in, our family yẹn gangan ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o, kúrẹ́ ká rí ibẹ̀ yẹn gangan ló wà. Torí ọlọ́ṣàbà wa yanjú ẹ̀ sá, and sá ẹjọ́ sá, ẹjọ́ ó tún ní mo send message sí yín ní DM yín sá.
Nígbà wo ni?
I will be happy ní ọ̀sán yìí sá.
Okay.
Ẹjọ́ sá. And kíní ìdẹ̀rẹ̀ ó ń bọ̀ ní online because Iraq ni mo wà. Amúlẹ̀ ti gbìyànjú so kó tó wá dé pé kọ́ máa wá justice fún ẹwà olúwa ó jẹ́ fẹ́ ké bọ́tà sá.
Okay.
Yes sir. Mo ní owó àti wá lọ́wọ́ tó yẹ pé mo tiẹ̀ ti kólẹ̀ gan ṣùgbọ́n ó tún seize.
Ó seize báwo?
Olùjẹ́ ibi tí mo kó sí àwọn tí wọ́n bá mi ṣọ́ṣà tó ń dá òní ọ̀la ó dẹ̀ ní kò kí n ju 1 week lọ tó fi ń ṣe. Ó ti wá sú mi báyìí o. Ó ti sú mi.
Ẹ máa Nàìjíríà ń bá ti bẹ́ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ní kò sí o, ṣe inú ilé la máa ń wà.
Okay, but send DM. I will look into it and get back to you.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir. Thank you so much sir. Ọlọ́run akúnyín lọ́wọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ o.
And try everybody to my own. I want to know if we double into. I'll let you know if you mo lè dá sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir, mo ti ń wá nọ́mbà VDM kan sir. Mi mọ bí màá ṣe reach out sí mi.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́rin yẹn náà. You understand?
Yes sir.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
sir.
Just keep trying all options. Everybody. We share only down people down for me. We never lose. All right.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
All right. Doctor, you can be survived. Thank you so much.
Thank you sir. Yes sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Mi ò ní much láti sọ cause it's already complicated. A lot. CDM came with his own narrative, with his own judgment. This justice interfere everybody from the beginning. What were complicated already. But the only problem I have now is the abuse brother to the person, the deceased. The only problem is the main issue. So can you hear me?
If you want mic here, and to buy them from a lawyer, who is your home? Your battery away. Tonini, Mutual.
Follow me.
I can hear you. If you want mic here, Dr. Nayotu.
You for Michael. You for.
We actually increase the volume. I'm going to that.
Money is the main problem here.
Why is it so low?
Sir?
Voice in low, sir. Ever go from by ever forward anywhere. Ever go by.
You forward anywhere. You forward anywhere.
Ever sorry, like I want to pick it.
I don't expect that from him. I'm from Ikorodu too. I'm not even far from their place. But I expect him to say much. Even to come clean, to come to your show, to go to CDM shows. If there's nothing there, I don't know what's wrong with the boy.
On both sides, I need to be honest with you guys. It's quite unfortunate. They are playing some. I want to start up. The whole idea. We know that. But what I'm seeing is not really palatable. I saw the guy, I saw the media, everything when we were at the station. It made the column one that we call it Bimobad. One that we call our strangers, the mobile speaking. Because on a very good day, even go I get down online. The woman named Timari, Omani Wati, Yamobad, Mawati, I drove out at our police station. Okay, one fair deal to and they love Mubad to the depths of their heart. But I think okay, somebody there is one attitude I will see that I will say, oh, this is a mother, this is a younger brother. So I do with my wife, we do ó ní ohun tó máa ṣe tó máa sọ mẹ́ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ pé bá ṣe máa rí fún fídíò yẹn lọ́wọ́ bá máa sáré ẹ̀. Bọ́ ṣé wọ́n rò pé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà mo ṣe wá gọ̀ tó ni? I'm well over 40. Because when about life, they say a fool at 40, they said is a fool forever. So think about them, I'm fool. No, I will okay. The fact that I say I want to help Mohbad, is because they still cannot understand. A phantom is better. Ladu will threaten it for artists. You know she drew. Kilo propel leg. I want your colleague. And I don't know who fell on moon. I fell on for the sake of their country. So for me to now fight for one person, she be soldier Colombia femi ati yin loju ogun. She be calling police officer to mama patrol that they will have just 2 rifles and the rest of them will have no rifle. And they will patrol in the middle of the night in your area and you'll be sleeping, having sex with your partner. They want you to have your sex in Pelurong. Of a Kebadu Arayi Pelurong. If I will willy, and me at my way film again, and I want of him lale. At the end of the day, a police officer will be patrolling in the night. Then what role am I playing? So if I think I have a responsibility, ọlọ́pàá tí ó wà ní command yẹn nígbà tí wọ́n sọ pé bàtà ọmọ ìbàdàn lọ sí command tọ́lọ́ wà ń bẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá yẹn ni must you do it. Tí n bá parọ́ kí ọbọ̀tà sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ pa àti lọ́yà tó tẹ̀lé wọn I must do it. I have a role to my country. I have a role to the justice community and the human rights community. I have a role to the next generation. I have a role to myself to do this. Because this is a matter that concerns us. Anyway, what I just say, our couple, he said, make we not look into any phone matter. We know they look for any video. That one, that's why we are not investigating that. I said, how can the commissioner of police? Anyway, I said, I don't want to argue with you. Because if you don't pay me seeking why, if anyone look for SARS, come and call armed robbers. And I only went there with my 3-year-old boy. Èmi ni kọ́mọdá lọ́bẹ̀. Ọmọ náà nítorí pé mo gbé mi lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù ilẹ̀ fẹ́ fi mí ṣe. Ọlọ́run máa mú wa. Àfi tó bá fẹ́ délé lọ bókù ọmọ ẹ̀. Táà stone fúnra ẹ̀ kó bá tiẹ̀ padà délé tó bá. Ó yàn jẹ́ máa gbé wọn pàdé ara wọn ní cemetery. Torí mi ní ẹni tí mo gbójúlé di Ọlọ́run lọ. Mi ò ṣèbàjẹ́. Mi ò ní kó mi ìdí àwọn àpá mi o. But there are some certain nonsense that you look at and say it makes sense. And I saw the demeanor and the activities of the Babadi, and even telling me, came master on social media. So they are deceiving a lot of people, making it look like this is a matter that concerns only the family. When the family are the ones that we are trying to even family don't go to So when the families are the ones who want to now investigate, who are to do it? Is it not the public? That is why it's important for you to know that you are still far from a positive impact in the society. If those or anybody that has a hand in Mohbad's death will be part of the family. So why would you trust any of the member of the family to deliver on the mandate? Tọ́gbọ́n wọn bá ti ń débi ìró máa fò ni. Nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọ́kọ́ mú òwe lẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sígbà tí ó ti hàn. Torí wọn kò síbi tá ti ronú lọ sọ́dọ̀ àdúrà tẹ́lẹ̀. Until the 30 seconds video. Ìgbà kan àti ẹ̀rọ ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ Omowummi. Nígbà tó ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dọ́dọ̀ tí wọn. That's the beauty of investigation. Àwọn òwe burúkú bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde. Ọmọ ẹni òṣèlú bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kiri kan gbogbo yẹn. He began to see us at not even a single support. King White King White block no efforts, no commendation. Oh, calling by mi was singing White yo. King White yẹn tó ti gbọ́mọ mi sábẹ́ fòdìdí oṣù méjì o bá mi olúwa. Ọwọ́ máa ti tẹ King White ọkọ̀ ábọ̀mù fún yẹn. Àwa ló ń pè lórí rọ. If he can convince some people talk with our parents, our carry. King White thought it was Joko, Tiba make attempt to it. I want to make sure we were able to pick him up. If they can say, we don't like Papa Kokila Sabuja, she don't know like Papa King White. Ojawa Gerojo talk, she don't know like Pati of the arrest Adura. And that is not even the first time. When Adura was granted bail the first time, we said it. When he was there, we said it. But it's still the same Baba. Tom Bueno Atelu, Derunu, what is going on? Baba needs to come clean. Something is fishy. So if we're going to be establishing the truth, a real proper investigation needs to be done on those people, then we'll get the truth. And we will need the presidency to stand firm. And then we will have to quickly write again and tell the presidency that we've been able to be there. They need to put somebody up to look into the activities of the police investigation. If we request for phone forensic and they don't do it, we'll go back to the presidency. We have a better stuff to say one over me. So the best thing is to quickly go and know who we have to quickly call and report to. So play. What is going on with this matter? But the process of justice here is what we have to come together and do. So please, if you help break the Silence Foundation, we will deliver and we will get to the root of it. But if we don't get the help,
Mr. Yomi, please.
There is nothing much we can do.
Mr. Yomi.
Hello,
sir. Mo wa confused. Why tell you àti PDM lè jọ ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀?
And to share like I said to you guys, we're about to run the opposite. Lashemo to ṣe. Torí pé ká ní pé kó sọ̀rọ̀. Pé bí báyìí lóhun ti rísí tóun fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ interview tóun ṣe. Ká ní pé kò sọ ó ṣe ká wò okay, let's work together. But he said the reason why he's doing what he's doing is that he wanted to clear Naramali that Mohbad. And he never said he has a vital evidence or a new lead. So as it is now, we're going to be meeting to take any step. What I believe that if he takes any step on whatever he has, there is no way we're not going to meet at the top. But better naturally, or the police or the government say, you guys are seeking the same thing, we'll make you guys together, then it's better. But at this stage, come on, everybody has got his own ego. So he is avoiding anything that has to do with 3 seconds video. I'm observing it. Even while I'm still taking my time to talk about what he's been doing. The 3 seconds video, whatever it is avoiding them. And any attempt to put touchlight on that will mean that Adura and even the rest of the people in the house will be picked up and they might confess somebody or something. We don't know yet. So, I don't know. Adura no we don't know. We receipt one leg. You are trying to click it. He might not know. He might just be doing what he's doing. So, she are tricky for me, but he has a platform to call people out and to make the noise, which he has been able to do. But the platform I have, which is a human rights platform and a human rights organization, an NGO, so my ship our division to one will deliver on the mandate. But where we need to meet, we'll meet where necessary. Is to exonerate Naramali and Samilari to show that they are not part of what crime about. But what we have is to show who likely have a hand in what crime about. So material Stanilo Yato, his own material has been able to help so far. So we will tap into the advantage of that. But if he wants to now pursue what crime about now, immediately it starts. we will meet at the center. There's no way. You understand? There's no way. But it doesn't mean that we have to stop. Because 3 months is a whole long time. What we were waiting for is the result of our letter to the president. Or we going to Abuja to start the case. But luckily, you can imagine we did not even spend a dime. And the case was already assigned to a team of investigators. And don't be surprised. It doesn't matter Abuja. They might be talking back in here, and if they try to cross me or say, Mr. Makwanusita, I can say, so it's quite important that we see this to the end. He has done his part by calling out those that he thought are diverting and obstructing justice by presenting or going after the wrong set of people. It's good. It's helpful. Maybe if that is all he can do, good. If he's going to do more, let's give him time. Or to be able to need any reason to go further, he would have gone further. Saying that he wants to wait for Iyabo means he is waiting for Iyabo to pay for the crime committed against Naramali. So, if he wants to proceed with justice for Mohbad, we need to do the Iyabo more. If he has a leeway, he can go. If he wants to work with us, if you want us to work with him, yeah, I'm open. No. Kind of cases like this, you cannot do it alone. But we are progressing. So, except then without him, we cannot achieve anything, and that we should stop. If that's when I will know. But if you people believe we can still, pull through, then let's move on. But if it's, let him come and take over. You believe in him more. I have no business in people believing in me or not believing in me. I believe in myself. So, but if you're going to be doing it together, and if you believe in me, let's move on. If we find a way to, synergize with him when it is natural, we will. But I can tell you for free, me, I cannot absolve, immediately acquit Naramali Samilari at this stage. But I can't. I would prefer they are discharged the way the Ministry of Justice has done. Their discharge is okay by law because no evidence whatsoever is on ground to link them. But because of antecedents and all of that, if anybody in the house now suggests by way of a credible evidence or confession, then you can now say, okay, good, so be it. But talk about it, so they should go and pay for the crime and whatever they did to Mohbad. So that's the way I'm looking at it, and it's safe that way to me. Hope you understand. So Uncle K, you can unmute your mic. Uncle K, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Akusha. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. It's rather unfortunate we find ourselves in a country like this. And it's so painful that that person in question, which I won't like to mention his name, is a role model to many. Imagine the number of people following this kind of person and the number of people that will end up being like him in the nearest future. That means we are doomed as a nation. That's about that. That push him back. Seriously, I've actually given up on this matter personally. It's so glaring that Nigerian police are not doing the right thing to get things done. If not that Nigerians and people like you stood your ground on this matter, it can be one of those X-Files. But I keep following you. Whatever thing I can bless your foundation with, I will do it. Because Nigeria can happen to anybody.
Exactly.
And it's because of the system. But you are so lucky that you can imagine a policeman telling you that the policeman must offer you, must you do it? You gba iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe, and is being paid. They use our taxpayers' money to pay such person.
Business in the way one shape a police job, yeah. Business center to some.
So it's and being a spiritual person, ẹni tó dùn mí fún ní gbogbo ẹni tó wà ní case yẹn is Baba Mohbad. I can't have a child like that and not protect him with everything I have in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's rather unfortunate. It's a lemma for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So disappointing.
Very unfortunate.
I would like to have your second number because I know you have a private number that you won't love to give to anybody. But anyone that is related to your NGO, I would love to have it, Ejo.
Okay, so just send me a DM, I'll share it with you.
All right, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Prince, you can unmute your mic. Prince, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, sir.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah.
What's your tip? Hey, no, any phone anything to do there?
Sorry, Ejo. My queen, my dad.
All right, edit. User.
Yes, sir.
User, all right.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your tip?
Sir, nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni pé nípa WhatsApp group tí very dark man sọ yẹn, àwọn àṣírí kọ̀ọ̀kan wà ń bẹ̀ tí yẹn bá lè get confirmation nínú WhatsApp group rẹ̀ starting from beginning. Ìyẹn máa rí evidence gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ wọ́n yín bẹ̀, sir, gẹ́gẹ́ bí òye dé mi.
My only fear is this. Say, brother.
Okay, sir.
I don't know how far the police that investigated into the suspect. I may be right, I may be wrong. What I suspect, from my own experience, phone forensic, particularly on Iyabo, led to those WhatsApp being extracted. It's allegedly. But from my own experience, until the suspect will share in here. And that is why he does not have access to primary majority of the voice notes. And if in the course of investigating the WhatsApp group, there's not anything to that is direct, other than what we have seen, they would have investigated it and they probably would have shared it with very dark one as well.
This is my sọ pé kán kalẹ̀ check láti beginning nìyẹn. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà ń bẹ̀ tó wide tí kò post.
So the only thing, tí Aliwa Jelo is to put up a new petition, not to that cybercrime department, to another neutral place, even Lagos State, a zonal command. When they pick them up, any of the stuff, they will extract the WhatsApp chats, and when they look into it, they will get the voice of and at the end of the day, those ones will be able to say, so this is what people were doing and were saying, and can they give us what you're saying? Because only general I want to one here, Toba Teshomo, Toba Bigadi, Oma Mua to one Nulay. It's like I've been saying this with my full chest. Spending has been indicted. He's facing criminal trial now. But there is more to it of being indicted.
Okay.
There is more to it, in my own opinion. Because if the argument or the
then Simon try to solve the gun.
But he brought it back and said Darusha was even the one that went up. It's looking like she may have had the fight truly with Mohbad.
Sure.
But Mohbad will see Dake for the phone on the way. To the I'm worried.
Ìgbà tí ẹgbẹ́ Wùmí kọ́kọ́ sọ pé ó ní Mohbad ti kú nínú ilé. Later, wọ́n tún sọ pé wọ́n gbé dé hospital kó tó kú.
So ibi tẹ́mi ti suspect pé kò mọ̀ pé ọ̀bùn yóò dẹ̀ ti jọ mọ̀ bóyá ọjọ́ wà ní same court ni but kò máa wọ́n tó kò bẹ́ni tí wọ́n gbéṣẹ́ yẹn fún because ẹni tó máa gbéṣẹ́ fún pé wọ́n ni kò méjọ finish ẹni ó lè máa mọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ̀ pé bóyá nǹkan tí Mohbad ti ṣe o ó ti tẹ̀sà gẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé ọ̀sẹ̀ so
yes, I'm with you.
ó realize pé they took advantage of
fighting of the
incident.
yes.
It's allegedly. Check it to me.
So I believe that.
At the end of the day, what you want to
Sure.
So it could be. I don't know. Our committee only and the man my source this is what I did. This is what unfortunately. But that is why they are finding it very difficult. But for that spending to produce the loss, to take the fall here is beyond our mobile game. One number not select. Loss to get eventually. What you want hope could treat him badly. Could
treat him now.
So spending. Ask yourself this honest question. Are you telling us you don't know what something happened to Mohbad on your money?
Kilo happen see CCTV le Mohbad.
Exactly. So whatever role it must have played. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It's quite important for us to know, and only an independent, neutral detectives can bring the truth out, especially when the presidency has given the order that law investigate, can prosecute, can harmonize, can prosecute. So they have given them the mandate that the case was only party way. Now, I had a protest.
Okay.
Under president here, and then I want to go away. No, I want to go away. Find a way to penetrate one.
WhatsApp group yẹn gan àwọn CP tó wà níbí ò níye.
CP yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú WhatsApp group yẹn àwọn ọlọ́pàá CP commissioner of police wà níbẹ̀.
Síbẹ̀ má fi ẹ̀kọ́.
Àfikún sà à ń rí àfọ́lù ẹ̀ pa.
Commissioner of police wà ní WhatsApp.
Yes.
Kò sí ẹni commissioner of police níbẹ̀. Àwọn rí gbọ́ o.
Ó ti o ẹ má bọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ o.
Ẹ máa rí gbọ́ rárá àti rárá.
Commissioner of police ni. Ó ti di ọ́n pè ọ́n náà fẹ́ pe commissioner of police ni ọ̀ ní.
Okay.
Ọ̀nà wà ó sì o ẹ fẹ́ dáwọ́ lẹ́nu yẹn.
Ẹ mọ̀.
Àwọn kan wà tó yẹ kó máa bá lọ́wọ́ àwọn tẹ̀ ń wò kiri yẹn. Ẹ máa gbaná lójú lẹ́nìbọ̀dì pé ẹ ti bàálù ìjẹ́. Àkílẹ̀ wá débẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn torí gbogbo ìtẹ̀sí ń lọ pè. Àwọn kan bí ó ti jáde ní WhatsApp bẹ́ẹ̀ tó máa jẹ́ kí Nigerian public tó yẹ pé àwọn ìjọba tó máa wá ìgbà tọ́lọ́pàá pé ẹ ti tẹ́lọ̀ protect àwọn tó wà ní WhatsApp group yẹn because ohun tó jáde they will go after them.
Sure.
So àti ìmọ̀ tó ṣì lè wà lọ́wọ́ VPN gbọ́ bóyá ẹ̀ tó bá bọ́ta Nigerians will have no choice to say àti ó wà ní Canada ó wà ní Lebanon ó wà ní Lagos.
So nǹkan tí mo dára sọ náà nìyẹn torí àwọn ibi tí FBN ń gé níbi àwọn WhatsApp group yẹn.
FBN.
Mo ní FBN àti kẹ́kẹ́ máa kó ẹni tí ń gé níbi WhatsApp group yẹn tó bá post ẹ̀ láti day one yẹn ibẹ̀ ẹni tó pa Mohbad yẹn máa mú un bẹ̀.
Wọ́n bá ní wọ́n send sí until a proper petition is out there indicting those people níwọ̀n bá díẹ̀ tarí yẹn. Àwọn detective yẹn máa wá jókòó sórí WhatsApp group yẹn nìkan.
Okay.
Wọ́n máa wò láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kí lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láti obstruct justice. Tó bá wá rí wọ́n ṣe wá prosecute wọn based on that. Ṣé ọ̀gbẹ́ yìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n wò ó ọ̀rọ̀ Naramali sọ bí kiri Naramali tẹ̀ fẹ́ yọra ẹ̀. Ó ní ọ̀yà tó ọ̀bá ti lọ sọ sọ́ọ̀rì kò ṣe fídíò yẹn àbá gbé ọ̀rọ̀ jáde wọ́n á mọ̀ pé mi Naramali ò sílẹ̀. So òun ni ó ní kọ́ ló ní option láti sọ pé òun ò kí ẹ̀ bóyá wọ́n ṣe anything against ti Mohbad. Orúkọ tòun tẹ́ fi sí ní kẹ́yọ kúrò.
Okay.
Ẹ bá ti yọ tòun kúrò tẹ́ bá ti lọ ṣe normal òun á charge yín ipe ẹ bà orúkọ òun jẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n anything tó bá jẹ́ pé ó obstruct justice Mohbad kò tí ì kọ́ Naramali báyìí pé òun ò ní gbé yín lọ court fún yẹn. Tó bá wọn àwọn tó ń jà fún Mohbad tó bá rí ẹni tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó affect justice Mohbad káwọn yẹn gbé yín lọ court. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ṣáàtì yẹn ohun tóun bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti ṣó pé ẹ dídí ìtakò òun ẹ ń tọ̀nà ayé against òun kọ́ lè bọ̀ òun lórúkọ jẹ́ tóun fi lùsù bá tóun fi lùsù àwọn òun máa gbé yín lọ kóòtù ń dín yẹn.
ok láti fi clean orúkọ rẹ̀.
kó o fi clean orúkọ òun ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè blame ẹni ẹlẹ́ni wọ́n ní tí kí bá wọ́n lugi torí ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ èyí tó kàn gbọ̀ngàn kóun ò lè ṣọrí fọ́mọ kóun fún ní platform òun kóun fún lókìkí kóun ṣe gbé kó tó wá jẹ́ kó bá tòun jẹ́ ọlọ́wọ́ ẹ̀dí ọ̀ṣọ́rẹ́ ṣe. So you understand his pain that bá gbé ibi tó ti ń ṣe kiri fún bá níbẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀yẹ orúkọ tòun kúrò òun ló máa lọ cut against àwọn Ìyábọ̀ Ògún bẹ́ẹ̀ fún. So see, however, when we that are interested in justice for Mohbad, when we now inform the police that Ari Kobai, Akpabi, ó dàbí pé wọ́n mú wọn ṣèkà fún Mohbad ń bí ni àwọn púpọ̀ ìrọ̀ ọlọ́pàá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pa nurse wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pa àwọn ọlọ́ṣẹ́ fún dájúdájú we want investigation on this kọ́ba yẹ̀wò àwọn olè yẹ̀wò fúnra wa.
Bọ̀sà ó sọ nǹkan kan nípa intervention DNA test yẹn.
Ẹ̀hún náà DNA yẹn is private family whatever ni tó bá jẹ́ pé àrírí sì pé orí ọ̀rọ̀ pé adólọ́mọ yẹn ó yá Mohbad lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ yẹn ìgbà tó ń bá Wùnmí jà ó wá làbọ́lẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ bí wọn pé báyìí wà tẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ́jọ́ bára yín sùn tó lọ́mọ ọ̀tẹ̀ ló pé bí ni ibi tí gàá yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn nìyẹn náà sì ṣe kí ni. No, but we need to know what really happened. I don't want us to base it on conspiracy theories or assumption. I want to know so, but we know something happened. So thank you so much. Heart of God, are you there? Heart of God, are you there? Heart of God. Heart of God. So guys, don't forget to support Break the Silence Foundation. We need to sort the lawyer. Am I going to get this because as it is now, at the mobility case, wawa, on Andrew last joy. The Moshera Drusi not come mobility case in Yawa. It will not continue because once you block you are in pants in buying, and I need to rearrange myself. But I think case law. Actually, inside a lot, but let me try this option. Based on the information to Motuagbo, Nepal, Kotovefi case, so let's look at that option. Let's see if it's going to yield result. And luckily, the presidency, they were able to look into it and say, yeah, go and investigate. And I know they must have seen something. Trust me, I'll look at it. I say, lawyer sort of Toba me. My daddy talk for me fully. They must have seen something or whatever it is. We will know very soon. So as soon as I was waiting for that to get clarity, Kilo Shele, Shama down, she wanted down. Let me now know how to relaunch myself and find shape NSA Lafeloni, she was DSS Lafeloni, she getting the packing rules. How you did? Luckily, the presidency pátápátá wà padà down. Ìyẹn ni pé Isaac wa ó sì wà ń bẹ̀ ó dúró digbí ọ̀rọ̀ orúkọ wa kan dá sígbó pé Yẹmí Fábíyì ló kọ kiri àwọn dẹ̀wọ̀n pé mi ò ní parọ́. They know. Ó ń ṣe pé no be today. They look at my history from 1999 up to now. They can tell you for free, Yẹmí Fábíyì will never lie, will always pursue the truth. Ọ̀dẹ̀wọ̀n pé mi ò sí ní lọ́sìn jẹ́jẹ́ bó díẹ̀. And to the Shepherd government, I spent a whole time. My first political appointment was in 2003 to 2007 at the Lagos State House of Assembly as PA, a special assistant legislative aide to Honorable Omowummi. So, 4 years, I was in court, Lincoln to forgive me, so they know. And then in the movie industry, as a movie person, 24 years plus, they know certainly I'm not a sports fan, but only doing TikTok, everybody where is Shawana at me. It's part of the dreams, it's part of the sacrifice for this job, especially when you have a public platform for fellow. So they need fuel. The fuel for NGOs to move and operate is fund and people to volunteer. I can't do it alone. But it's quite sad in this Mohbad's case. Too many division, too many saboteurs, too many double agents. I don't even know who are. So we're going to be pressing forward. We're going to be pressing forward. And at the end of the day, because you can't fight this kind of battle without some elements trying to find a way to discourage you, to disparage you, and to defame. But no matter how the face they might pursue activism, because until you get one clear, until you get one bill away. But for those that have pure hearts, that know that this is Nigeria, and don't be my mind. But thank God, so far so good. It's taking us closer to justice. And we're going to be smiling very soon. We're going to be smiling very soon. If I want to pay, what's up, Shazia? It's a bash in one daddy. I want to do bed. And your whole baby mentally on my finance home. At the really traces, you know. If I buy people party, only there is a particular, real estate guru. He's a multi-millionaire or billionaire. Most really link here, more trajectory here. And that person is also in APC. But it's not that so much trajectory here, I don't know, but I'm supplying all this information to the DSS, to so many of the embassies and all of that. So they are looking into it as well. So more trajectory here is likely to be any finance still, because the person actually contacted me too at some point. And the person lay back. Maybe somebody said, we are any yellow, some of it turning your me, but maybe somebody told him, that door, you're being swallowed you, and the person laid back. But the contact that was established, I have it. It may share by anybody. But of course, traces one leg. Are they really connected? Are they the ones financing these people? Is this person connected to what happened to Mohbad? Well, the person is in that island, and he has a very mighty, beautiful, huge real estate. And maybe the person is also the one to the estate in Mohbad, because from neighbor Mohbad could change your society changing. I'm very sure the man has been threatened because just Mowadi, why do the AIG? The man too is also a rich man, Oluwoni, Miloniani. I know the same person. He told me what was in the CCTV, and I ensured that excuse me, penny wow. Or only luck enjoy it. I shake his adrano. Olori Bruko lock party was a good body and Ben with away. Only come I know what listen time here. If not, the AIG would have attended to the case at different time, and it will be easy to enter the man and say, "Oh, I can't shake his adra. Young body bell pull a you can write and on did the one of us or my call to Wale. Who is this man again? That's the man for the city. Okay, where is CCTV? Then why did you give us empty stuff? No, sir. I've obeyed the court order. I don't have anything to money. Excuse me. You don't have anything. Maybe it's your IT guy. I don't know. The IT guy might have deleted. I said, what are you talking about? As the man was saying, okay, what is it? I don't want to be involved. I said, I've gotten police security for you. Witness. The IG has approved 3 police officers to protect you. What are you saying? This is the paperwork, everything. Man said, I don't want. Except you are ready to give me my personal GUN. I want my own personal that I will have. If you give me approval, then you are ready to talk. The IG said, it's okay, I understand. Mr. Yomi, let this man go. Let's focus on Adura. Since you need to go and get an iPhone, let him download this iCloud there, and then they will process him. But there was no iPhone that day. So we thought he was going to come back when we get an iPhone, and they grant him bail. We got an iPhone. The lawyer was dribbling. Until we have to start looking for. We went to go and get warrants of arrest again, and then we can now arrest them in the court. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, let's finish King White. Let's get an extension. And they said they want to grant him bail. Okay, because of fundamental human rights. Okay, grant him bail. They said it was no problem. That everybody will resume on Monday. What did the Monday by? Before I could see Jack Robinson, but when I got to their place, I was going to Alago. I came back on a big case of Padalasepanti. And they've taken Adura and Damola, the two suspects, they've transferred them to Panti back. That's Shidebi. But I get phone everything. Because they saw everything, they're like, I don't know how they did it. So you guys will do a whole lot of work. But they keep ambiguous because even if you are doing anything quietly, some people will like, if you don't talk, or might give analysis to my fingerprint, that way, say it was straightforward. And most of these people trying to finger you or trying to twist what you are doing are their agents. And some of you are falling with them. So I call them to my son, come back. That's what I'm scared of. If you talk about the I can tell you for friends, security at investigation. Between Nigeria to the entire police system, they know who to go and pick immediately. I will need evidence you are going down for it. In fact, that was called in bad you now. Because everybody knows what is going on. The only thing is we want honest police officers and clear-cut evidence to be extracted. Because you go everybody will know. Everybody will know. To this thing, so that is scared of Kiriko here, Costino, to allow you. Safun wa you. So guys, please, as soon as I get the necessary support, we'll kickstart. Because we need to pay the lawyer. Right? We will see business in another job. You understand? And then we need to go there, mobilize. As soon as I have what I need, I will come out and say it. We have gotten what we need. So if I want people to still continue to donate, I will say it. But if we have it, I'll tell you we've made up and we're good to go. Because we just have to get results. I'm going to carry case mobile over to 2036. So please come out on the 11th. I might be in Abuja with you. I might be in London Embassy. I might be in US Embassy. I might be in the Embassy in Canada. I can appear anywhere. Please dedicate your time. Look into it. Coordinate. When you 10 people who are at the embassy, I will placard. The message will be clear. It will get to the president again. Please let us do this for the cause of humanity. A job. The only family that I can tell you that is available from God now is the Nigerian public. For now, I don't trust any member of the family. Except in the Africa of Matore. I've been doing thinking a cool or Buyala or Tomo Pan Kotoshi and when you want to go or I told you want the rituals. I've been no matter what my fee account cost. But any reasonable person will know that will add up. So it's important that all the members of the family they take the back seats and let the public pursue the case. So any member of the family that is found wanting, then we now relate with the rest. Or at this stage. It's too much for us to not to know what is going on. So I'm under my mobile law. I will only try, I will only submit myself. And I will only do the best of my ability. But it's quite sad. I don't know about báwo lè ẹ̀gbọ́n ṣe máa ju oògùn sí ojú olórí àbúrò ẹ̀ òun tẹ́fẹ́ ṣe ló kú o so wọ́n wá kiri kan ẹ tó bá ní kẹ́ ṣe àwọn tó ní kẹ́ ṣe gbogbo tọ́jú sí ẹ kó kú yẹn wá máa jà ní so kí ló tẹ́fẹ́ kó kú ẹ̀ jà tẹ́yìn ò bá lọ́wọ́ bẹ̀ ṣé nọ́ọ̀sì ṣé kó wá máa jà against nọ́ọ̀sì lẹ ṣe ń ju kíní ẹ̀ sí ṣé kó wá máa jà against náírà wálé sàmì láì náà lẹ ṣe jù sí ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ náà tó gbọ́ àwọn nǹkan tí ò make sense kẹ́ wá máa tọ̀ wá wọ́n náà wọ́n ṣe pé ẹ̀ ń wá ọ̀tọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń tọ́ra yẹn ti gbẹ. ṣé ìgbà yẹn ti gbé ẹ̀gbọ́n ti wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ti wà ń bẹ̀ tọ́jọ́ ṣe conjunction pẹ̀lú ìyàwó ṣé ẹ̀ tí mo gbé rẹ́rẹ́ ti rún ni. gbogbo sáìdì ibẹ̀ yẹn wọn jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ mọ̀ rárá níbẹ̀rẹ̀ kéèsì yẹn. àá mọ̀ pé blessing ju kan sójú orí Mohbad Wùmí jù sí. àá máa pariwo NDL àti kì í ṣe NDL náà lè protect yẹn. It's pure nonsense. We have been deceived. Ṣé àbá yóò mọ gbogbo yẹn ni? So ẹ máa tọ́ra yín, ẹ máa wá ẹlẹ́bọ̀tọ̀ kiri. Ẹ ti sọ ọ̀dún fún yín. Ẹ máa wá nǹkan tí ò ṣe kirikiri bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́dẹ máa gbà ìṣàkóso, àṣírí máa tú. Torí ìyá tó ń pọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀, àṣírí ẹ̀ ń tú tí ò sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀dé fẹ́ ṣe sí. Tí bàbá bá pọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀, tọ́lọ́ bá ti lóun fẹ́ tú láṣírí, àṣírí ẹ̀ máa tú. Tíyàwó bá pọ̀ ọkọ, tọ́lọ́ bá lóun ṣetán àṣírí máa tú. Orí títí ń kọ́ torí ẹ̀dá sí justice náà wá ẹ̀yàn kan ló bí wọn kiri. Àwọn tí àwọn òbí tó ń pọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ táṣírí wọn tú. Ṣé ẹ̀yin gbọ́jọ́ náà tó jẹ́ káṣírí àwọn ẹ̀ tú? Ó dọ̀dọ̀ tí ẹ fẹ́ protect rọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀. Mọ̀kọ́ lọ́hùn ẹ̀sán yẹn máa bínú sí gbogbo yín eventually. Because at the end of the day, ẹni tí ò jẹ́ gbé òní kú gbé. Let's get the truth. Any little thing, ni bàbá yìí náà lọ́wọ́ bọ́ta máa antagonize. Ẹ ṣe kìíní kan. Ẹ bọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jáde. Sọ nǹkan di competition. Láì ṣẹ̀yìn láì ròyìn ẹni ẹ̀ lórúkọ yìí. Kí ni mo ṣe pẹ̀lú yín? Mo lè bàtí ìsìn yọ̀ǹjà àdùn fíìmù. Ọlọ́mọ máa fún yín láyé ìjọba alẹ́ lórúkọ ju fídíò lọ tó bá yà. So kò lè ṣẹjọ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, kò ṣẹjọ́ lọ́wọ́ gbé anybody. Àwọn olórí burúkú Ìyábọ̀ Òjó yẹn tó ti kọ́ ọkọ̀ náà bòlú ẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí. Mo ń ṣe activism mi lọ́wọ́. Máa fọwọ́ gbá òbò, fọwọ́ gbórí, fọwọ́ gbá ògbó ẹ̀. Your Ifabi yo, the princess should be arrested for negligence. Fuck up. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ. Kí ló bá dùn ní ìtìmọ̀ sọ yẹn? She said all of those nonsense to destroy my name and my relevance on social media. So kí ló wá para mi torí ẹ̀? Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ẹ̀sán ṣì máa ké lórí òun yẹn tó máa ké tọ̀ntọ̀n pẹ̀lú gba àwọn tó support ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Èmi ni wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní cancer of ihò ìdí. Cancer ìlú òdì lẹ́nu mi máa nínú wọn. Tọ́jú tó máa yẹ a máa rẹ́ di ìdánù ni o. Ti ní cancer ihò ìdí lẹ́nu mi máa ní. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn kọ́ náà gan kálá. Ọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ̀ lè bá tèmi jẹ́. Mo ṣe iṣẹ́ tọ́lọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mi. All my message of advocacy, human rights and the truth, ó kàn twist here. Ó dẹ̀ sọ mí gbógiri. Tó bá yẹ kó lú ẹ̀ náà, àwọn àìsíkì olú ẹ̀ strong ọlọ́run kọ̀ọ̀kan gidi mọ́yàn. By now, kò yẹ kó lú ẹ̀ dúnmọ́ ara. Ó wá ní kí wọ́n ní sinmi. Cancer of EOD, cancer of finger. Inú òrùlù lẹ́wà wà. Ẹ máa gbé ẹ mọ̀ pé kọ́nà máa fi àjẹ́ yín kẹ̀lẹ́ bá dákẹ́ tẹ̀lé sọ síta. Torí ẹ mọ̀ pé kò sáyé tó máa ṣàánú yín. Kọ́sì kábúrú kágbèrè làwọn yìí kàn ṣe. Kọ́n borúkọ ló ẹ̀jẹ̀ káàkiri àwọn orúkọ wìrìkiri wá kọ̀kiri. Bá a ṣe kọ́ tó dé wọ́n máa kọ̀m̀pí ara yín pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ ibi tí mo bá láìpẹ́ dé. Ẹ fẹ́ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń kọ́ ẹ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe orin síta ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lo ọdún kan àdàmú. Ẹ fi wẹ́rẹ̀ tí mo ti ń bí ìbọn láti lọ sí ọdún rẹ̀. Bí àtọmọ yìí kan wà nífẹ̀ẹ́. Orí ọ̀fẹ́. Jẹ́ ń ṣeré pàdé ẹ̀ kí n bá tẹ̀mí ṣeré pàdé ẹ̀. Fẹ́ ṣeré pàdé ẹ̀ gbé ara lọ. I'll bring you up later. I'll bring you guys up later. Bad music, okay.
How can your question? What about the lọ́wọ́ dímọ̀ àwọn tó senior mi wọ́n bèrè wẹ́lí símọ̀ rí àwọn tí mo jù lọ wọ́n fọ́tò kọ́pì mi first cash out mi ọmọ ìyá mo lè fi ra branzuka kókó fáwọn sharp shooter ẹ má bínú tó bá di gàsítà tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́tọ́ fáwọn fake nigga àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe mi wò èmi wá shameless wọ́n fẹ́ stay white mi bọ̀ wá stainless àwọn nígbà tó lébi wọ́n lè rí realness torí pé silence mi no mean say na weakness ṣáà sí bàjẹ́ ìdí ara pẹ̀lú àyà. See what I rush up brown boy spending. It's my daddy, love me was splendid. Oh logo, Zoro, CIA, Vela. So, Shama, oh Nira, rent on it, professional, you know. Okay, son, the conclusion.
Here are my top 5 picks from Amazon this month. Now, this sold out in Navy after I posted it earlier this week. It's just $19.99, although there was a 20% discount offer. It comes in other colours, white, black and grey. It has press studs running from...
Daddy, say yes.
Yeah. All right. You want to play a game, right?
Yeah, I can't play much.
Try that game. Send it off. Send it off. Nikki, we can't see your face.
Guys, let's come in, please.
Nikki, cannot see your face. I only see your head.
Oh, she's not ready.
Where are you, Nikki? You're not ready. How are you, okay, sir?
What's happening?
It's legendary beats.
tẹ̀ ní handle omi náà ká tẹ̀ jọ play match kí o bóyá ẹ wá nà mí. Àbí kí wọ́n wà playing. She's not on live. Omowummi CYCEEWYHY. She's not on live.
Banana and rabbit. Daddy, how you doing?
All right, I'll see you guys in the evening. I love and appreciate you all. So in the evening, I might just come out to play some games to relax my muscles. Okay, so you can always hang around from 9 p.m. So I love and appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Jude, comment. As I say, man, you went to the supermarket to do shopping. You are done with your shopping. You went to the cashier to make your payment. While making the payment to the cashier, what will you be looking at? Be sincere. Be sincere to yourself. What will you be looking at when you are making the payment? So let's come up and talk. Let's come up and talk about it. Let's come out and talk about it. If you are shy to speak about it, you can write it at the comment section and all that. So how many faces does the person have? You check Google now. Maybe Google not go fit tell you that one. No, maybe go fit tell you that one. When you check Google will tell you how many faces the person get. Rubbish. Or just imagine, as a man, you are in the church, and the prophet of God, the man of God, asks you to come out to testify what God has done for you. After said and done, we now ask you to jump up and shout 7 hallelujah. As a lady, you are front of the church. You are sitting front to the altar. As that man is jumping, be shouting hallelujah. What will you be looking at? Be sincere and write it on the comment section. Or you can come up and talk about it. As a man, as the lady is shouting hallelujah, you are sitting front of the altar. What will you be looking at? When she's jumping up to shout hallelujah, what will you be looking at? Be sincere and speak. If you don't want to come up and speak over it, you can write it in the comment section. beginning. I said that you did not answer the other question.
Which one of them?
What?
I said, just imagine you went to the supermarket to do shopping. You are done with your shopping.
What money?
You went to the cashier to make your payment because you are unable to get what you want or you were unable to access the machine. That's that other machine that self-pay.
Self-pay, I mean.
Yeah. So you were unable to access the machine. So you now call the man in charge, the person in charge. Please, sir, can you put me through? I'm unable to access the machine. As the man is walking close to you to assist you, as the man is coming, what will you be looking at? What will be your reaction?
I'm looking at him now. He's coming to help me.
Okay.
I'll be looking all parts of his body now, his head, his face, his mouth, his eyes.
Okay.
Belly.
Finish.
Waist. And the second head. And the second tail.
I don't understand. Which second head? I don't understand what you're saying.
Second head, they call it now. If you don't get it, forget about it.
I don't fear God. May God bless you.
And I God at the way for women in months that for Tali Koko did that. Look at making some.
So please, let's make our contribution. Let's make our contribution. Let's share. Let's support.
Let me ask you the other way around. If you're the man,
yeah,
and the woman want to help you, what will you be looking at?
Number one, I'm married now, okay?
Wow.
And if I'm going to shopping like that, I don't go alone.
For your mind now, you're wise. For this question, what you just answered now. For your mind now, you're wise.
I want to tell you something.
Bro, you marry, you don't marry you. Okay.
Madam, I'm telling you my own. You have spoken yours. I'm telling you mine, what I will do and how.
Okay. Now I get it.
That is why I said, sincerely. What's that? Sincerely.
Leave that sincerely for one corner. Don't be sincere again. Leave sincerity alone.
Why? Why must you leave sincerity? Sincerity is part of us now. Without sincerity, how will you live your day-to-day life? It's not complete now.
Okay.
So I've answered you now.
You will do what?
I've answered your question now.
I did not hear you. Come again.
What did you say before?
I said, if you're in that shoe, what will you be looking at?
Was it Bella? Because they know that Bella was one, and definitely you might not want his name to be there because of course it's celebrity and this and that. If anything's happening, you might not want to be, you might not want to stand out. So you might want someone to represent him on his behalf, which that particular social handler did for him, which is what was pumping. So I mean that's basically it. It's hypocrisy, and we see what Bella did to Mohbad. If Mohbad was alive, his family is going to pay him. But you see, Mohbad has passed away. I mean, his body has passed away. His spirit is still very much with us, but his body has passed away. And he sees and he knows what is actually going on, everything that's going on. And Bella failed his friend when he was alive. And he failed him when he passed away.
Crocodile.
Yep.
I just want to add, and it's just my own observation. Can we say that Mohbad wasn't their target? That the target was Naira Marley? And the only way to bring down Naira Marley is to go for his lead singer, who was the reigning, and they knew Mohbad was going to be great. Bella came into Mohbad's life to try to take, you know how people do. They come into your life as if they are good, better friends than your real friends, and they become. They start saying things that will make you like doubt your friendship with the other person. At the end of the day, Mohbad, he gave in because he felt these people are looking out for my future, not knowing Bella is trying to build. Naira Marley is trying to build an empire which includes Mohbad. The more Naira is becoming more famous and richer, Mohbad too definitely would rise. And I'm thinking like Naira Marley is the target because it was everywhere at the time, and they want to bring it down. Both the government and everybody wants to bring, Naira Marley down.
The reason why I think, sorry to cut you, but I just want to.
It's all right.
Mohbad was someone in which like Mohbad was talented, and it was like one of the next big things in the Nigerian music industry. He has the talent, he has the flair, he has the voice, and he has a very rich voice. You see, Mohbad's voice is rich. If you're listening to some of Mohbad's normal discussion, normal conversation, he's just having a conversation with, let's say, one of his friends, without even like being on the mic, without the fine tuning of his voice. He has a naturally rich voice. Some people are like that naturally. Even if they smoke or the weed or whatever, the weed and all the drugs even enhances the wealth of their voice. Mohbad also has different styles that they can use to sing. Mohbad can sing
in every genre.
Yeah, Mohbad can sing. He can also rap, and he also has voice like maybe like those soprano or like all those choir kind of voice. So he knows how to. You also know how to do what they call vibrato. Vibrato is when you can vibrate your voice. Mohbad was just that talented, and because his father said Mohbad can easily learn stuff. You see, I described an instance on I think Daddy Yach's life. I think a while ago. There is a particular if you watch a particular X-Men movie, there's a particular entity in one of the recent X-Men series. They call it Sentinel. What the Sentinel does is, if the Sentinel is fighting against an opponent, it assumes the characteristics of that opponent and then counters it. It learns very fast. It's just like an enemy fighting against you.
Like it absorbs your.
Yeah. It absorbs your characteristics and it gets better than you. When you start fighting with that Sentinel, that entity, it does not have any power. But as we're fighting, as
power.
As we're fighting, it is seeing, is learning from you, downloading all the data, and is even advancing and upgrading that data that is downloading from you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person Mohbad was.
Like that. Yeah.
As described by his dad. He might not know anything before you came, but when you teach him or when you bring that tool or instrument to him, he learns it and he learns it quite fast.
He said it himself. That while they are sleeping, he's awake.
Yes. It's very good. And Bella's mother knows. And one of those things that happen in the music industry is that the Nigerian music industry is cutthroat. If they see somebody that is singing like you, right? If you're a star and somebody emerges and begin to sing like you in such a way that is more richer and has more potential, you begin to panic. You come under threat because this person you fear that this person might take over or might overthrow you. The guy sings like Zlatan. Before you know it, he sings better than Zlatan. That's what people be saying. So Zlatan gets
like the icing on every music, like the icing on the cake. Like when you decorate a cake and he pops it up for every musician, it goes to have a duet with. He makes it. Yeah.
He has many styles. Everybody wants to rap. Just like Dagreen. Before Dagreen passed away, Dagreen was good, but Dagreen was heavily featured in the last 3 months of his life. So much features, because people were featuring him. It was that sought. It was so well sought. The same thing was happening to Mohbad. He was getting a lot of featurings. We can see Tenny, we can see Zoro, we can see Olamide, we can see. I'm very sure if they were allowed to if he was allowed to drop his last album, people like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and even some foreign international acts will even be featuring him because Mohbad was that good. So, but the Bellas, you see, some people just want you to be below them because when Mohbad was signed to Naira Marley, it was good for him and all those things, but Mohbad felt that he felt that signing. I think he had made. I don't know. I can't think for him, but I think it was good that he was signed to Naira Marley because it gave him the wider audience and more fan base and this and that. But Mohbad felt that at some point he was not really making any progress. That those who came in the music industry after him were actually making the progress that he sought to make. If other people were having record labels on their own, those who came after him, he feels he's yet to get his own record label. So he couldn't wait to leave. But it's not a problem. He just had 3 months left on his contract. They can leave. But to see those forces at work and those ones acting on him, calling, who he regards as friends and look, bro, you have 3 months. Is that today, bro? 3 months left, just finish. But they stirred up the anti-Naira Marley sentiment in his heart. And made it seem as though Naira Marley was his enemy. He wanted to kill him. Naira Marley was the one responsible for all those bullying and all those things. And they used that. They have been disturbing him as that. With that, Naira Marley, something has always been there. Fine. They just wanted him to leave Malians. They played on his desires to be alone, to be independent, and to have a real label, and he used that to work on him.
Yeah,
Naira Marley also has some detractors, in the industry. So the detractors also, use some other persons to, try to lure him away from the Malian record and make him go solo and vulnerable. So, so he left the Malian record. I think he had a fight with Malian record at some point when he said, Malian record wanted to kill him. But he went back into the record label. He released Peace. He released Ronaldo. He released some other songs like that, the backside. So I think it was after that he left the record. They couldn't allow him to wait to the end of the record, and then his wife also worked on him. Let's not lie, his girlfriend worked on him, and whatever happened. He got manipulated, and he was ill-advised by some vulnerable.
They made him vulnerable and took advantage of him at that position, and that was exactly everybody was after him to take advantage of him.
Exactly.
And that's where I think this lady came in, Iyabo and Paulo. That's where they came in.
They actually had all those clips, where he was being bullied, but they kept the clips, they kept it because they knew at the time we come, when they will need those clips, just as they're building the file on Abu Iber, they built the file on Naira Marley. So they knew the time will come that they're going to need those files against Naira Marley, just as they're waiting for something to happen to Abu Iber. Maybe Abu Iber runs for a councillor in a ward or a local government chairman or this and then they'll bring out the files against him.
They also wanted to play that same game with Baba. But because Baba has, the foresight and the insight to be, when somebody has integrity, you can't take it out of them. So it was that integrity that saved that man.
Yes, Baba
already said don't talk, you understand? And if he had not said anything at the time he spoke, they would have used it against him and you'd be the one to go for the fall.
Can we even be counting it? Baba slept with blessing. Baba collected 4 million. Baba collected 50 million for Naira Marley to cover the case to bury his son.
Yeah, Baba was paid 4 days before he died.
Cubana Chief Priest paid Baba 4 million.
4 million.
That's why they gave him 2 million to do you for
Baba stole Cuba's jail.
Yeah.
Baba
was wearing his clothes.
Yeah. Baba is wearing his clothes. Baba buried Mohbad alive. Baba was the one that asked that Mohbad be embalmed. Baba did this, Baba did that.
But it's really taught us a lot of
all these lies that he peddled against that man, and his magistrate is saying that anybody that bring wrong narrative on social media,
all those interviews that this lady had gone to do on these TV channels, and none of them are even relating to each other. None of them are interwoven. Like you come here and say one lie, the next one you go and say a different thing. The next one on the 4 different or 5 different interviews this lady had done, there was none that were making any sense. There were none that was, syncing together like, and none of them could be used against her. Why?
Anyway, I'll be right back. I just want to do 1 or 2 things. I'll be right back like in 1 hour time. So just let me. So the And it is what it is. We should not be.
Next.
We have to be careful with our energies, how we use our energies, right? They want to play the delay. See, the thing is, they feel that if they can delay this thing, they can stretch it, they can wait, they will delay it so that other events will just choke. We choke our throats and we choke our attention. We won't talk about JFM anymore. That's what they wanted to do. But this issue is deeply embedded in the heart of every Nigerian. And if Nigerians are following this case, while doing some other things, we might be more, we might be turning up once in a while and we might be speaking about it. But Nigerians are aware of this case and they are following it with their mind and their hearts. And if any update comes on VDM's platform, on Baba's platform, on our platform, they are all following. They are following the case. They are taking it up. Well, I just want Baba to. I don't want to talk much about his son. About Baba, I'll just say the right thing should be done as quick as possible to preempt any future bottlenecks that these people might be, piling up.
They will have
Pray and support BDM.
It's supposed to be expected. Those bottlenecks will be expected.
Yes.
They will cry, but we are standing on the truth, and that's why did this boy bleed? What caused you that it was difficult for you to call or go to the hospital? Why did you wait that long to get help for him? So those are the truths, and you can't take that away from Wunmi. She is a primary carer. She is a partner. Baba knew Wunmi was in that house taking care of his son. She came to take care of my son, as in the traditional way. Now I'm asking you, as a customary married, what happened to my son? You can't answer me. You're taking me to the judiciary. It's wrong, and that's why she didn't want to use Aloba, so that she won't be answerable to the customary law. And they are a bit tricky. They don't want to be Aloba. They also want to take as what's the next of kin to Mohbad.
Yeah, they want to, although she's not the next of kin, but they want to impress on everybody's minds that she's the next of kin and that she has the right not only to Mohbad's body, but also to Mohbad's money, his estate and everything. And that Baba should go and sit down in settlement and collect whatever is given. The crumbs that they are given to Abo Sedi. Baba should go and sit down and get his plate, his Bambiala plates, and collect the crumbs also. And that he should stop granting interviews and making statements out of blah 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 blah. But they thought that is going to silence the whole thing. They never saw VDM coming. They never saw the WhatsApp group, the gene in the bottle, that entity behind this whole case. They never saw that a day will come when she will be exposed. And she has been exposed, and more revelations is going to come, and the involvement of Falana too is going to be exposed. The involvement of everyone who pretended to join J4M, and they were not in the whole thing from the beginning. Their own too will be exposed. More of them will be exposed, and those people in the government who are also backing out will be exposed at the end of the day. So let them keep playing the long game. Let them keep playing. They don't know that the truth in our heart is giving us the persistence and the tolerance and the strength to continue. Let them delay it. We will do what we need to do, and at the right time, the justice is going to come, and it will not be long. And when it comes, all those people, the co-conspirators will be dealt with. The perpetrator will be dealt with. Yes, and they'll be, and the right thing. Yeah, so that'll be my for now. I'll be back in 30 minutes, 1 hour time. Thank you very much.
I think their main tool for making us get fed up is delay tactics. The delay, the extension. They thought they would speak for 2 months. They would get tired. They wouldn't talk about justice for Mohbad anymore. And they were surprised that, everything they actually planned didn't go as they actually planned it, because obviously normally the normal basic Nigerians that they know would have said, oh, I'm tired, they should go and bury him already. So they thought, by the time we extend the time of the court date, every 3 months, 4 weeks, every 2 months, oh, they're on break, oh, they're on holiday, people would forget about justice for Mohbad and then said, you know what, just go and bury him and let him, rest in peace and all of that. But they were shocked that it didn't work that way. It was not what they expected at all, which is why they had to send all these people out to come out to give those narratives that does not tally to what actually happened in the house. And then the more they come out, the more we question them, like, no, how did this happen? No, why would you say this? No, why did this, happen this way? So all their plans failed. It failed, and at some point they had no choice than to send Mohbad's mom out to start talking about, oh yeah, you say this, you say that, because it's all part of the script. And my main topic for today was actually about the magistrate recommendation, because as we have all discussed earlier, the recommendation did not actually put into consideration everything that all the alleged witness, they are suspect in my opinion, all the alleged witness, all their testimonies were not put into consideration in the recommendation. And this is why I thought there is actually more to this. And also the recommendation, in my opinion, could have been written as far back as 2023.
That was it. Everything in those chats were what those judge, where the judge read out. It was already, whatever she was going to say in 2020 was already written in 2023.
Yeah.
Or when the corona was to start. They already gave her, she was about to end it before clamoring. Yeah. So she had that report with her, testimony which was given to her by were already with her. So she didn't put into consideration the
testimony of the driver as well.
Yeah, the nurse's testimony and the driver's testimony. When they asked the nurse who pied Mohbad, she said, Wunmi did. So if she had made that statement, that should have, changed everything.
Exactly.
Why did you make that statement? Then let's go to the court of law and, make a better testament. This magistrate, you don't have to have a law degree or anything to become a magistrate. You just need to. Yeah, you don't need to.
So what are the criteria of choosing or being a magistrate to decide in a court to make recommendations?
So because this is not a normal court sitting like it's
like a criminal court.
Like a criminal court. It's just a magistrate court. It's just thinking critically and being able to understand human beings.
But these so-called magistrates didn't actually think critically, in my opinion.
Because every of our statements were pointing towards the barrier. None was pointing towards what's Biden, because
it was all about the aftermath.
Yeah. So the police already said this is an homicide case. She did not treat it as an homicide case. She treated it as an autopsy. Negligence. She treated it as after someone dies, normal thing that you do.
Yeah.
Just the corona, test statement. She didn't treat it as an homicide case. If she had treated it as an homicide case, the witnesses have made statements that are indicting against each and every one of them, because they are not tallying, they are not, they're not making sense. Adura said, anybody that said that they saw my brother on Monday is lying. And now you're saying that he died on Tuesday.
Do you know that what you just said was not actually reflected in the CTC? Because a lot of things that were said in the court was not reflecting in the CTC. And I believe this is why they didn't allow any media coverage of the corona inquest.
They didn't allow any recording and all those sort of things, except whatever the court clerk had typed. And they can as well, omit these things,
Like, would you say that was an intentional omission, or
it's very intentional?
Yeah.
See, for everything they've done, they've actually placed their people in every section of where Baba Mohbad had been.
I agree.
So once they say Mohbad, they'll just pass it to the person that should be in charge by this so-called group. Now I'm hearing Homes and Properties saying that they did not sell the house. Baba said it in most of his statements that he expects that house should be sealed. Obviously, they would have put in application for the house to be sealed. Do you understand? So, but they are not doing it. He's saying everything that he has asked for, petitioning them and all that. They haven't done anything based on of what he feels they need to do.
Yeah.
Police are not saying that. If something advise them, they should do it. Either way, they will just call and ask questions, but they are not doing it. They even told Baba, go and bury your son. Go and bury your son. No, it's really good afternoon. Hi, Spicy.
Good afternoon. Spicy just needs Spicy just needs Where the ones that came earlier with DNA? I was like, no, it's not Spicy just
Titus, come up now.
Titus, come up. Who is Sheung Orekoya, aka Pimpy? Oh, I think
from
it's Bella's mother.
The Bella's mother.
Yeah, the booking stuff. I have a question about this magistrate verdict. My question is, so Sanshitu, so now that Abuja has said they are going to do the investigation, talk to the people in Lagos. So what is then going to happen to the magistrate's verdict now? What's the outcome right now?
For Corona,
yes,
made their statements, right?
Yeah.
You might look at it and not see all those everything that's needed to penalize someone.
But my question is, so she's not seeing it, so she's just sitting down and she's looking. She's not using her sense.
My problem is,
it's true now.
Whatever is in that CTC, is it what we heard from people that went to the court? Did they actually put in everything that was said in the court?
That was why I asked the question, if it was an intentional omission, if they intentionally omitted all the most important parts of the CTC.
Yeah. So, Baba can actually say, but wait, said this in the court, and it's not written in the CTC, if they give Baba to read the CTC.
So what would be the consequences? What would be, there's supposed to be a penalty for her doing that? Like
So what happens is you take it one step after the other. Now, let's say if at the end of the day they find that there's an error of law, we can decide to penalize the magistrate. We can decide to just ignore her because she's nothing. We all know what we are looking for.
But is she a judge in real life, or is just this case?
Magistrates don't have to be judges.
Oh, they don't have to be judges. So what's her position in the magistrate before?
I don't know. I don't know her history.
This is why I said earlier that we need to question all the cases that she was actually involved in. We need to question all her previous cases because,
this is what they don't want. To question our previous cases. They don't want that.
The only way we can do that, to question our previous cases, is if we can find something against with Mohbad's issue, with this issue. If we can find something against her and she's proven and And
but we find there's a lot we can find.
But there's a lot. There's a lot.
I can bring out 10.
I can bring out 20.
I swear to God, I will bring out 10 boastfully. Like
that is if those statements that were said before her were written down and stamped.
No, but was she not there? Was she not there listening to all the testimonies in court?
Exactly.
So what they do is they listen. Obviously, it's human. She might say, "Oh, I forgot."
Okay, we are outside. Are we not human?
She might say, "I forget." Yeah.
Are we not women? I remember every
conversation. I
forget. The question is, how long do they spend in a day in court? Is it not like?
But they record. Maureen, I did not record what they are saying. I did not record what they are saying in the court and playing it back to themselves.
It is that court record. Let's ask.
Is it not recorded?
Yeah, another thing. Yeah, that's true, Spicages.
Yeah, because at least when she wants to sit down on her own, she's listening to every recording they do per sitting now.
If they have a recording in the court. Let's say if it's outside the country, they have recordings. They have video and they also have voice recordings. Now we see people typing in Nigeria.
Exactly, typing.
They don't do that here anymore.
Oh, they don't type in Nigeria?
I don't know if they still type in Nigeria.
Okay, so she didn't jot down the key points of the witnesses. She didn't jot down anything in the court.
Somebody that don't know the name of Spendi saying Spendi. Yeah.
So, outside Nigeria, I expect what's it called, Sanshitu to have a recording on his laptop because they can actually do it.
Would he be allowed to?
I think it's the same call that will tell the people in the call that they should not subtract or add. And they are subtracting from their own statement. Like, I don't understand.
But can't they use the people that went to court? Like, where store these people as a witness?
No, they can't use them.
What's her name? They'll use, I think they should use Mommy with Grace. We should go back to Sanshitu's, live. You know that they interviewed him after that live, after that sitting. Because I know he spoke about the not confirmed that it was Lumi that fired Mohbad, not her.
Yeah,
the interview he had after the
I think he said you because
he put is it the last court? The last court or second?
No, the previous one.
When the nurse came, he said that he put it to the nurse that you fired Mohbad, and she said no, the wife, and they removed it from the CTC. Imagine.
Have you seen the CTC? I haven't read the CTC.
I have not seen it yet. I've not gotten it.
So we shouldn't say that it's not there. So
it's not there.
It's not there. It was read by
people are reading it in the platform. So
Honorable Yach and
Fearless, do you want to come up?
Fearless,
do you want to come up and tell us?
Fearless, send it to me on WhatsApp.
If you have it, let's read it now. I haven't read it. If it's not on the CTC, then that is really
not there.
A disgrace to our judicial system.
And even to us, to we listening to them, that we can't even do anything, and we are listening to, and they keep disappointing us, and we keep letting it fly.
So that she can read it.
Okay.
Okay. They can't know. These people, they be like, oh, don't worry, just give them the CTC.
What is going to happen now is those people coming from Abuja to do all this investigation don't see anything to talk about. They only, still maintain their whatever they said they've seen. Except somebody is saying there's something fishy. Do you understand? Like we are saying, there's something fishy. If you have said a statement up to this point, and then there's a huge gap, because there will definitely
and again, the people coming from Abuja to investigate people in Lagos, they have to let them know the CTC that they are coming to read is not our CTC. It's not for us. Because if they follow that CTC and the investigation, we are still going back to the I'm telling you, it's not zero. Don't let us deceive ourselves. It will go back to the same thing. It's enough.
It is not for us.
The fact that they delay that CTC before they release it is a red flag.
A big one.
It is.
It's annoying now.
They remove the important part because they know that people are will analyze it. Even like
CTC.
Bring them could put that kind of
Angel, is there's the part in the city where Adura said, if you see my brother on Monday, there is a lie or something.
No, allegedly, no one.
And you said that people have. Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't know as it is.
It's not for us. No.
Guys, you don't know what that corona inquest was.
Yes.
A waste of time.
Can I explain something?
Yeah.
Court here in England, if you cough in a court sitting, they are going to put it there that you cough.
Right, yes.
That's correct.
If you do, they are going to say,
That's correct.
But even in the it being written, not only type, not only from voice or anything. But
you're even talking about court, seke. You know, even at in the interview room at the police station, even if you get up to pee, they would write it down. Not to talk of a court.
If the statement is looking like a novel, if the CTC is looking like a novel, then we know that it's been tampered with. And a proper investigative criminal investigator should know that this has been doctored. Because it's not going to have all those characteristics of she paused before she answered, she did before she's not going to be there.
And do you know when the question? Do you know? Remember when Wunmi went to the corona inquest, where they said she was silent when they asked her about family, and they were like, "Oh, silence means she consents to it." Yeah. Did they put the silence in there?
I think the one I heard was like she shook her head left and right.
It's not like CB Sheldon.
As Spicy just said, it's not a CTC.
They've removed key points from the CTC. Yeah. So the CTC should not be like a novel. It shouldn't be like a proper, proper essay. It should be like there should be characteristics of somebody speaking and then it's being written down. And I hope the person that is going to be looking through this should, seriously, I feel low now thinking about the citizen.
Yeah, initially I was feeling that way, but then I thought, you know what? All I do is just connect it with the group chat and say, you know what, they've already made up their mind who was going to take the fall for what happened to Mohbad since 2023, as far back as 2023. So all those charade they did in court was just the drama to keep us calm and cool, like, no, there's something going on, so we don't have to worry, or everything is, just to keep us calm, as Crocodile said earlier. So, we know the truth. The people in question that, were in the case knew the truth as well. So, we don't have to take it to us and say, oh, yeah, we have to feel down. That's what they want us to do. And that is what we shouldn't do. We should do the opposite of what they want us to do. Because, if we start feeling down, coming to listen or to talk about justice for Mohbad to make you feel like, no, I don't want to go there, I don't want to give myself a headache. And then bit by bit, you start, detaching from the movement. And this is what they want. The less of people talking about justice for Mohbad, the better for them. Exactly. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want.
Another thing we could clamor for is a reinvestigation. So if they are going to be reinvestigated, every one of them will come back. So they are not going to be relying on whatever they've said in the court. But then we should be able to, Baba's solicitor or lawyer or whatsoever should be able to bring out a good evidence to show that whatever I've said or whatever these people have said is not in the CTC, so that they can say, okay, we'll go past the CTC and reinvestigate these people.
Imagine saying the corona inquest was a fact-finding court.
They did not fact
the recommendation was not facting at all.
What did they find? Baba
Exactly, that was the only fact.
That's clear. He did. That's obvious. He did. He already buried the son. Obvious.
Wunmi loved her husband.
But what led to the lie of this man?
Mama Mohbad was the best mom. Oh God.
The magistrate not even ashamed of herself. If you're not ashamed of herself saying all those things, I'll be ashamed if you want
have her as a role model. God will not let us have women like her.
No, and I love that prayer she prayed. That's for herself now. God will give it to her in 20 years if their children are still young. If they are old, in 2-3 years, Iyabo will come to their life.
Amen.
Big prayer will be in their life.
Hold on, Spicy Gist. Did you remember group admin saying Mama Mohbad was the best?
Yeah.
That reflected
Mother. I swear everything. If you remember how we used to fight this Bolly, be all of them. Everything they've been telling us is in the CTC.
Exactly. That's why everything from. Yeah, go on.
It's true.
Exactly. And now you remember everything on Timmy's platform was actually reflected in
a statement.
Yeah.
I think she's just reading from a WhatsApp message. If they should do a forensic on that woman's
Now imagine such person saying phone forensic. How? How would she make such recommendation?
If Abuja people want to really do their job, the revelation this VDM gave to us about that group chat, you know, they already said it there in October 2023 that they have connection with the woman that gave us with the magistrate. Even our judgment should be cancelled just because of what they said in the group.
Exactly.
Because she's already cancelled.
Yeah, that's a big evidence. That's a big
evidence.
And she's
They
biased.
have DPP, they have the dead DPP. The alive DPP is there. The magistrate is inside there in October 2023.
That one alone,
I think I
can nullify that coroner inquest.
I think they should nullify it just because of that.
Yeah, that one alone should nullify it. But you know, Nigeria, if this goes ahead and is used, we are doomed. We are doomed as a country.
Do you know that you can actually connect some of the recommendations to the text that
All
video
our recommendations are from the text message. If you pick everything, Mama Mohbad is the best.
All of it.
And then the fact that moments that went for interview, you know, that was their headache on the group chat. Granting too much interview.
Did she say it in her statement?
Allegedly, someone said. I'm not sure, but someone.
Is this like the CTC also?
Someone allegedly, someone referred to
is like the magistrate is like somebody's like a dropout. Gone. Look at that job. It's not even professional. It's not even professional. Oh my God.
Because she didn't want to do it. They pushed her to do it. You know, maybe they forced her hand.
She used to say that I'm being tried.
I swear to God Almighty, you'll be surprised this woman is a panelist. I'm telling you. I swear, the way this judgment looks like, maybe it's a panelist.
Maybe on Timmy's platform.
Maybe she's a panelist on Timmy's platform.
Timmy's platform. Maybe president.
She said that she was giving the judgment. Maybe she sat down in a short seat, so people don't be seeing her. She was ashamed of herself.
I don't blame her. How would you feel reading such out as a lover?
We should not talk about it online or something defamatory. Nigeria is fucked up, I swear. I don't think Nigeria can get better.
Can never get better. Nigeria can never at this age.
If they can treat Mohbad that is well known like this, not talk less of person where they don't know. Yeah?
Exactly. That was my point earlier. That was what I said earlier. Like, if a celebrity like Mohbad's case was treated in such manner, imagine someone that had no voice at all, someone that has no voice. I mean, they should be, the court should be part of the people that would be like voice for the voiceless, but the way things are, I think the reverse is the case, because I don't know. Imagine.
For what purpose was lifestyle giving scholarship to study abroad.
Oh, you already know. You already know. Group admin.
Please, who gave him?
You already know.
Which lover?
Group admin.
This lover gave you. Only Nigeria. No wonder he keeps talking like as if he doesn't have sense.
And did you notice he only talk
about the bully?
Bully,
It
yes.
just is all about the bully. Talk about what happened.
Yes.
Why are they evading those questions about what happened that night? How did it come about bleeding so much to the extent that they needed a nurse? I have had bleeding in my house for many times. I haven't needed somebody to come and. Mohbad wasn't diagnosed for bleeding. He hasn't got a bleeding disease. So why was he bleeding?
Yes, now we are ladies. Sometimes you're in the kitchen and you cut yourself. Just compared to that man they're talking about that bled profusely.
Yeah.
The profusely was not put into the consideration in a verdict as well.
They left the house.
Exonerated prime boy
to go and look for a nurse. Was not put into consideration. The account was not.
That magistrate court that they had that case going with Sam Larry and Prime Boy. The exonerated Prime Boy that they said Prime Boy fought with Mohbad that made him have that injury. So are they indirectly telling us the bleeding was not from the show?
Yeah. So where was the bleeding from? That made it profuse. And the autopsy said that Mohbad died slowly. He died a slow death from bleeding.
She didn't consider that. Her main point, the only fact she found so far was
in that autopsy report that could be used. Like, can we just address this? Address every point so that we won't be in this situation thinking you are biased. Address some silent points in every of the statements and the autopsy reports.
I think she's just blind to some other things. She just wants to like.
Why was that report inconclusive?
Narratives and also.
Why was it inconclusive? Why did they leave the samples sitting there for weeks before being sent to the pathologist?
Those people that refused to show up like that, the Kura Med Hospital, she didn't do anything about it. Those people that didn't show up, she didn't subpoena them. She just don't care. Like, I don't know what kind of court is that. How will the nurse be in court and using face masks? I've never seen it.
Yeah, she can.
Yeah, I said no one recognized the
nobody knows the nurse. Why are they hiding the identity of the nurse? Why? We need to know the nurse.
They can hide it, but the truth can't be hidden. The truth can't be.
The fact that they cancelled media from that corona inquest is because they wanted to do a shady job.
It's fishy.
Anybody that started that inquest, they did it on purpose.
And why is the governor? Why is the governor of Lagos State not making statements with regards to this?
No, really.
Why is he not making statement like?
Well, yeah, I already told you guys that Mohbad was not the first person that parried in Lagos. So obviously that was the stand in regards to justice for Mohbad, in my opinion.
You should not worry. When his own happen, it won't be only him that, He's done so many evil things in Lagos, that guy. So many things he's done.
But how would you praise Mohbad's mom that had no idea, according to her, what happened to her son, but yet didn't come to court to question?
Do you know if it were, good criminal investigator, they're going to be investigating Mohbad's interview when he was alive, They will scrutinize how he praised his father. And none of that is said after his death. That Mohbad really loved his father. Mohbad really honored his father with his statements. Each time he's talking about his father, he speaks well of this man. He doesn't speak. He hardly speaks of his mother.
I agree.
And now the guy died. He never spoke of Wumi. And now the guy died. You went straight to Lekki because Ikorodu is for what did they call in that their chat? Low lives.
Imagine President Yamoba that didn't even know the school her son attended.
He doesn't even have his reports. He doesn't. He never had.
She only attended.
Nigeria is encouraging men that some men should be, they shouldn't be responsible because opening your eyes to see this kind of Baba Mohbad that is responsible and you still do not appreciate him.
It's sad. And why are men not standing up for this man? Why are they not?
And that's the thing I even part of it. When I see men out there dragging this man, I'm like, okay.
You know, some people have bastard fathers. I'm sorry to say. So he might be playing.
They should be the ones to fight this battle.
Did you not notice that our recommendation also referred to the group admin statement in the group chat also in regards to Mohbad's dad as well? Calling him all sorts of names and also talking about the fact that he was not a responsible father and all of that.
Exactly. Like, it's really crazy. Maybe they give her a script. I just don't know.
She herself, you know, when she spoke, she herself degraded Mr. Aloba without any influence. The statements were degrading.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
She herself, she felt Aloba didn't do well. Somebody
for men that are out there and that they are responsible, they should fight for Baba Mohbad because the way they brought that man down, like, you know, if you see video interview, you see how Baba Mohbad was really sad. He has been going to court from 2023 till 2025, and they already made the judgment in 2023 that it's the North that is taking the fall.
Angel, imagine the next of kin that had no hand in what happened to the pie of her husband and was only once. I only went to court once, and the next time she was going to attend the court was to request for him to be buried. Imagine, next of kin, my foot.
Who gave her next of kin? Nobody will give her next of kin.
I had Jamie platform threatening people that they start carrying people from America and from abroad that accuse me of buying her husband. I'm not like, they should start. So they should start. They will take the case internationally.
Maybe it might eventually be international in the end.
Exactly. They need to start because you can't threaten people online and you come and carry them. They better come. Even Wunmi cannot leave Nigeria. Wunmi cannot because there will not be protection for her in other countries that DSS will be following her up and down. Nibo, they didn't bring their petition. Let's go to court. And I'll ask American police, is this how you do a case? If someone died in the house, will you call them as witness or suspect? What are they witnessing? I beg.
Why have they not extradited Iyabo that called Baba a bastard? Yeah, is she part of their family? Did she know when he was born? Why would you say that to somebody that lost his son and is looking for who did it? He wasn't the one that did it.
You see, in this case, I see a lot of people trying to cover for Iyabo, but they forget about our culture. You just forget about everything about
Iyabo does not have a culture. She doesn't have
family.
Nobody knows where she is from. She's either from Yoruba or from
Iyabo that father is a drunkard, calling him a responsible father, bastard.
She doesn't have an identity, so she should be looking at inward and reflect on her own life to see where she was born, you know, who seeded her, or how do I say, how she was conceived, and think if she's that same bastard, she calls someone else.
And a lot of people still think that, or still believe that the group was created for justice for Mohbad genuinely, and their aim and goals was to get justice for Mohbad. I'm like, how do you reason? Despite all the things that, VDM has read so far, you still believe that these people are, out there fighting for justice for Mohbad?
They never said investigate Wunmi and the people living in that house.
Not at any point, trust me.
They weren't looking inward, they were looking outside, 2,000 miles away. The guy was, not even in Nigeria.
And the emphasis was to be on the bully and not on what hiding.
Yeah, and the wife is not saying, the woman is not saying, I saw him somewhere behind the stairs. Do you understand? I saw someone that knows him that came into the house. She's not saying anything to relate, if someone is saying, okay, I'm trying to help Wunmi. Wunmi has not said she saw someone that came into the house to harm Mohbad or something. So if she had said that, we'll say, okay, it might be pointing towards all. She hasn't said anybody came into the house. Nobody has said anybody came into the house that do not live or were not invited into the house. So why would she now point outward? Why are you not looking inward? What happened in those periods, like 24 hours before this guy died? Why did you have to wait 15 hours for a nurse that's not even in Nigeria to come before you treat? Girl, there are so many nurses on your street that works as a nurse, that are well trained. You can't call your neighbor, please, do you know anybody? Even on those streets in Lekki, you find pharmacists. So in the morning when you woke up, around 9 when you woke up in the morning, there was no pharmacy to go and, please, can you come in? So what were you hiding? That nurse, if she doesn't like speak her truth and she goes down for it, she will spend her life there. We Nigerians will make sure that she spends all her life there.
Do you know we can actually, sorry to cut you off, do you know we can actually make her speak? By insisting that whoever is culpable of what happened to Mohbad should be given
the life.
They should just tie them. If she had pie, that at the end of the judgment, it would be to pie whoever, was found guilty of what happened to Mohbad. If she had pie, she would know that there's no, there's no place to hide. Because
if we say pie, it might turn dirty. Do you understand? Some people can become too extreme. But if we say, life.
But do you know life imprisonment? What if it was treated like the Bobrisky type of prison?
See, life imprisonment, whether it's Bobrisky style or not, it's not a good life.
Yeah, but if it's Bobrisky life, she will still think that.
In this nurse case, we'll be visiting her every month.
We'll be visiting her every day. You know when they say roll call? Every day.
Did you allow people to visit, even though you don't, want them to?
No, somebody that is trustworthy will be sent in and they'll be changing them every day. Mm-hmm. You don't know. If you give them 20,000, one will say, I'll go check whether in the day.
I thought visiting would be like, you calling to say, I want to see someone.
I wish they gave people option to put CCTV camera in people's cell. I want to watch the person. I want to watch him suffer. I want to watch him every day.
You give them that option.
Say that we want firing squad for the north.
No, you don't need to be trash. You will come for
No, but that's the solution. Because
firing squad.
And Nigeria, I don't think we do. We still do. They still do, but I don't think they do that by.
I believe that's the only thing that would make her speak.
Yeah.
If you say she would go to prison,
do to make her speak, The other time we were clamoring for her to come out. you know, actually came out.
It's funny, right? Firing squad. Firing squad, indeed. I mean, if she had firing squad, I'm sure she would confess with immediate effect. Yeah, it's part of it because obviously, if it was life imprisonment, they could still reassure her.
Because she used drugs on him, she actually
Injection.
They should use injection for her as well.
Mm-hmm. She would confess. But if they are making this based on negligence, and then that would be like an escape route for her to just go to like 5 years or 5 months in prison.
You're not gonna come back out.
I think that's what. Well, just my opinion. I think that's the reassurance she had for her to still.
You won't come back out. You think those that they actually remember Gbenga Williams' story?
No.
Was it Gbenga Williams or what's his name? Williams?
No.
Went into his house and they pied him. The incoming president, he was going to be a president in those days. So it was pied in Lagos State, and they actually did something like this.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
They caught people who used his cell phone. It was something like, so the police actually investigated and they caught them, but the court had to, Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The court had to set them free because they didn't have enough evidence. The police didn't have enough evidence. I'm not sure those people are still alive.
So were they sentenced to life in prison?
They just went to some few, They are key witnesses. Who sent you? Do you understand? Those that sent them will go after them. Do you think they will leave them?
Yeah, did she not know about this?
They won't leave her. You think they will leave her? Because in the next coming years, they will still come up and say it's actually a case of spying, not intentional spying. It's not negligence. So it can be brought up again, and then she'll go for it. So, but then they just want to, every link towards it, they're gonna cut it.
The question I want to ask, because I'm quite confused about, what is going on right now. Because if the people in the house, were petitioned as stated by VDM, and then what would happen to them? What would happen next? Would that have any effect on what is already going on in court with the nurse, or would they have to stop that and start the investigation again? And I don't know how Nigerian law works.
Yeah. I'm a bit confused with the law part as well. I wish we had lawyers.
They are going to, so we've seen evidence that coroner inquest was biased because people that knew her and she's passing information. The judge that dealt with Naira Marley and Sam Larry's case passed information as well. The one in coroner inquest also is an aunt to someone, you understand? So there's already a biased statement there. So they're going to fight it out and see. I don't know how far and how good and how far PDM wants to go ahead with the case. But if he wants to go ahead and he wants to clear...
It's not just VDM, it's also Sanshitu.
And Naira Marley.
Do you know how much Sanshitu can, it can do a lot. It can do a lot because of this rubbish that they've given out.
But the question is, do you intend to do anything about it?
I hope they have plans and I hope they're working on it. It is not... As in, if I was, God forbid, in Baba's shoes, man, I'm taking it to the highest. Once the highest is refusing, I'm bringing it to the public. I
think that's... But then, I'm looking towards Naira Marley's heart and intentions. does Naira Marley actually want to find out who did it so that he can be exonerated? Because that's the only way Naira Marley can be exonerated. That's the pyre. Do you understand? He was going to look for investigators and everything, you understand? And VDM is trying to say all these issues. I'm going to bring out all the charts. What can you do with it to exonerate yourself? If he's not doing anything, there's nothing VDM can do because it's not VDM's case. It is Naira Marley's case. I'm looking towards...
I'm telling you, it's not Naira Marley's case, so...
I'm looking towards Naira Marley trying to vindicate himself, to push them out, to say the truth. That's what I'm looking towards.
I agree with you because people still have that in mind that Naira Marley actually paid Mohbad still, despite the fact that...
Yes. Yeah. That plain truth that they think the bully or he was the one that went after him still after bullying him, that should be erased from people's mind. And the only way Naira Marley can do it is to ensure that Mohbad gets justice. So...
And for him to do something, he has to speak, right?
He has to speak with evidence, remember. So if he doesn't have anything to say, he's just going to try and investigate. And he needs investigative journalism to do that.
After 2 years, he's not done anything. Okay.
More than that, you don't know where these people have been. You don't know if they relaxed and that's why he was able to get into them. You don't know. Do you know what happened? Do you know how PDD was actually, caught after this so many years? What happened to Tupac Shakur's case? After this so many years, those people that were involved, the main people were dying. They were growing older and were dying. So after these kingpins were dead, then, the new group that formed against them and they had to bring them out. If you go on TikTok, you'll see them speaking on this issue, PDD and the rest, and how Tupac was finally vindicated.
VDM is Sanshitu that needs to do work.
No.
He has work to do. His job is not over.
Sanshitu can do something. If he doesn't have evidence, it's not.
What evidence are you talking about exactly?
Now we've heard that the CTC it's not what we thought it was, and that's to even say, okay, there's an error of law in this situation. Now all these things are not there. If he can find evidence via the chat, is the chat admissible in the court of law?
I'm not sure, but what I know for sure is that
just because the son has read this CTC and has realized that certain questions that he asked, key questions, has been omitted. Even more than that, if you read it deeply, a lot is missing in there.
Is he ready to do it? That's the question.
Well, that's what it should be. That's what should be the next step. That's what it should be anybody's next step.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just basically saying, you're happy with the system the way it is. What's the point of all this that we've been doing for the past, what?
I'm not sure because couldn't get to Abuja before he comes out.
Just watch and see.
Yeah.
It's just what should be done. It's either that or they have something even better, and that's what they're working on. So it's not the end. We just will not be hearing about it right here on social media. That's all.
I agree because a lot of things that were said have been questioned. Did not reflect in the recommendations, and that doesn't make sense at all. Because what's the point that the key parts of the whole, inquest was not actually reflecting in the CTC? It doesn't really make sense at all, and it would actually point people towards the direction of the fact that she was biased, because if she's not biased, she wouldn't omit the key, they won't omit the key parts. Take, for example, where Adira stated that no one saw Mohbad, where the nurse said Umi Pai Mohbad, where the doctor said the person that was brought to the hospital had actually pied 3 hours long before they said he pied. So, yeah.
What is the subject of the coroner inquest?
Is to basically find out why he pied. Who pied him?
Now, what
pied him?
So they've ruled out Prime Boy. Shouldn't the next focus be what caused the injury?
No. I'm just going to go for the statement of the magistrate, right? A statement basically said, why did they bury Mohbad?
That was all she
saying.
Found out.
Why Mohbad, and that's the subject of the coroner inquest. We are not looking at why did you bury. We are looking at what pied him. In her statement, she hasn't said anything about what pied him. She has only been able to say, the father
already
buried him, and that did not.
You see, this is exactly...
Autopsy is not the only way you can investigate a murder case. It's not only autopsy. You can investigate by statements from people that are within the vicinity.
They don't want to do it.
It was not mentioned. It was not requested. I mean, if the coroner inquest was about finding out what pied Mohbad, they should actually ask the police, what investigation have you done towards finding out what pied him? Because obviously you would have asked this question. Have you done the phone forensic? Have you done the autopsy and toxicology? Have you done this? Have you done that? What did you condemn the property? What did you find in the properties? What were the injection or the syringes that were found in the properties? What were they for? Who brought them? Was it the nurse? Was it the previous nurse? All these questions were part of what should be considered as looking for what actually pied Mohbad. But the recommendation did not reflect any of that at all, in my opinion.
Me, I think if Naramali is going to clear his name, the pile would be exposed. I tell you.
As me personally, from day one, I wasn't shocked that this rubbish would come out. I was just waiting for it. We have to get there anyway. We have to get there. We cannot jump it. So I just patiently waiting for it.
Yeah.
After the first CTC was released, I read that almost 3 times. And they covered up so many things, twisted so many things, put Naira's name instead of Adura's name. Switching things up.
I heard that part as well, that people whose name was actually wrongly used at some point.
So I've known from day one that Oba Vikorodu's daughter is the judge. What else are we going to get from there? And there was no way we could push her out, because I think the only way we had back then was that Shotobi. Not Shotobi, sorry. Bankole and Smith that was trying to kick out Shotobi. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Right. Well.
I remember.
Well.
And I think with the revelation from the group chat, do you think it would have been possible for them to do that? It wouldn't, because
I don't think we had a chance, to be honest.
Exactly.
They were determined to give us this rubbish.
Exactly.
From day one. I think we would fight, but But
This is what they're gonna do.
It's not over. After the recommendation has been given, the next step is to appeal. Is to petition certain people. They've messed up. They've really messed up. It is so clear. If you don't take hold of this opportunity, man. Hello. Yeah, I know it's been over.
Do you know you requested? It's been a long time from money.
Yes. She decided to turn me into an enemy. Me, I don't look for enemies around, but it's like you just go to one person's life one day, they just become your. They say, oh, they don't want you anymore. Shine decided to just block me.
I don't take it as that. She blocked me as well. I don't take it as that. I just go. It's her own opinion.
It's more than their own opinion. What's the opinion? Why would you just suddenly block somebody? If I said something, it would be a different story. What? Because I'm saying, arrest CY. I don't understand. Is that why? I don't get it. What else am I saying apart from that? Blocking people, cursing people, for what? For rubbish. It's them that have time. If they didn't have time, they won't do it. Anyways.
But what are they going to do to Darusha? Because I heard his name on here, and also this guy in the UK lifestyle. What are they going to do about them? Because it seems they think they have already had their escape. Nothing is going to happen. They say they don't have anything to do with Justice for Mohbad, because according to Lifestyle on his live show, he said he had nothing to talk to us about Justice for Mohbad, that he had been to the court, he had also been to the police station to write a statement, so he had nothing to, talk about, or, anything that has to be, he doesn't want to hear it. So what is going to happen to them if at all we are to start the case today?
The first step is to challenge the recommendation. Show them that we are not taking this nonsense. Everybody is lying. It is just obvious that they are all lying. So we need to fight it. That's all. Once we take that step, let's see what they want to say next. Let's see if they'll become wherever they are. I don't think Lagos will help us. It's Abuja. Somehow, it has to be challenged. Everyone has the right to challenge such a rubbish thing. Everybody has the right to do it. If you want to accept it, that's on you. That's how I feel.
Okay, what do you think? Because he said he has nothing to say about Justice for Mohbad. He had already been to court. He had already written a statement. He has nothing to do with Justice for Mohbad. And these were actually the people that should be suspects and shouldn't be allowed to travel out of the country because of the Justice for Mohbad case going on in Nigeria. And trust me, they should be suspects, not witnesses. They should be suspect, and he was allowed to travel, and he's telling us now that it's none of my business. Whatever you want to say, you go to court, you go to the police station to, I don't care anymore. So people like this, what do you think, should happen?
If anything was to happen to him, it is, I believe, Sanshitu that can push the buttons. Once we can establish that all these people are needed for the case, then they should be called back. That's what I think. I don't know much about law, but you're a criminal. You can't be running up and down. You should be able to be recalled back into the country as part of the.
The corona inquest already made it seem as if they are not important.
That's what the inquest recommendation is trying to, is giving them the confidence.
So it's giving us like a setback, bring something and say, let them be selected back. But let's see what
That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm waiting and hoping. Yeah, he's got some strong action behind. So.
I mean, if you're being told to make up a story or make up whatever recommendation, I mean, should you make it obvious that you are biased and you don't really care about all the testimonies that was, that you read or was on the previous cities? Should it be that way? It was so obvious that this person was intentional about their recommendation, and it doesn't make sense. I still trying to figure it out. Even if you have no knowledge or idea of what a magistrate should do in a court, but you should be able to understand the fact that this is not right, that is not right, and that is not right. And you don't need to be educated to understand that this is not right. You don't need to be taught or go to the school of law to learn and understand basic things about what is wrong and what is right. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but
Our statements were even threatening, like people should speak about it. She has made that recommendation, and people shouldn't, we are hearing from you guys speaking on the internet, you should be careful and all that. Was she threatening? Has she said anything that she thinks that we should go up against? She should just mind her business, you understand? You have made the recommendations, you don't need to go on and say online and all that. We are seeing what you're doing, that it's unfair. You did not do the right thing with regards to this case. So I believe pushed for her to be investigated as well with regards to this case. But those kind of things are going to set us back because we're not going to be focused. Let's just see what comes out from federal, the top in Abuja. I don't know if it's a federal jurisdiction. This jurisdiction as in Abuja as a federal capital, or the federal jurisdiction of policing.
So what is the point of a recommendation? When the nurse had already been charged by the DPP?
She only came to make it more obvious that the DPP are right to indict the nurse. But she hasn't said anything about spending. So that's another way of taking spending off the case. If she recommends just the nurse, spending is off the hook. Obviously, the DPP won't do nothing with spending at the point of investigation or court precedence. That's all she's come to do, just to say, okay, by everything, the nurse is still to be questioned. But she's not saying the reason why the nurse was called. Why was the nurse called? Was it to treat
who allowed the nurse?
Injury wound? Or was it to treat a broken neck? Are you sure that neck was broken from the coffin or was already broken before it was placed in the coffin?
One reason why I don't like Prime Boy is because he had a good case, but he just messed it up. Prime Boy would have been in the light of the case because he would have called back with me and that is it IPO Mohammed Yusuf? Yeah. So Prime Boy would have been the light of the case, but he spoiled it.
I think they didn't allow him come back the second time because I heard he didn't finish his
they settled Prime Boy already.
testimony.
They exonerated his name.
So they quickly exonerate him before he busted.
Yeah, so they settled him. He's no more talking. They removed him already.
Yeah, because if Prime Boy was still in the case, it could have been worse.
They removed Prime Boy because they could not put nothing on him. Nothing. It could not work. You cannot send an innocent man to jail. It's not possible.
Exactly. Prime Boy would have been the one to expose all of them.
Did you notice the trend where if anyone is exonerated, they come after Baba Mohbad? Each time anyone is sent somewhere or come after Baba Mohbad.
Especially Prime Boy.
I was surprised.
Prime Boy, PD, Arifa, and those ones, the PD.
Guys,
he had a relationship.
Joker was the tools they used against Prime Boy.
Wow. Who else? Adura himself wasn't actually after the father.
Damola was after the father.
The minute maybe they've come to a conclusion, after he said, he was going to say something, the mother was begging him. After that court case, he came after the father, like, you understand, he was going to talk. I'm not sure if he was going to talk anymore anyway. Maybe he was still in shock from what happened.
At the moment, he is in too deep to go back. In my opinion, he's in too deep because for him to grant those interviews and keep hammering on the fact that he was already buried, and also this reflecting on the recommendation, it just goes to show that all this thing, in my opinion, has actually been premeditated. Because it's obvious that all of the things that are said on Temi's platform reflected on our recommendation, and the fact that she also said, do not talk about this on social media, like deep down that we would point out your fault, and then you decided to say we shouldn't talk about your faults. Of course we would.
Was she expecting us to shut up?
Exactly.
I don't know for her. Maybe it's her school children she's talking to.
We shouldn't talk about it, but you knew what you did, and you said don't talk about it. You don't have to, because obviously I knew what I wrote, and I expect you to just accept everything.
After listening to everything she said, it sounds like she was drunk on that day. So why am I going to listen to all this kind of thing?
Well, as I said earlier, their plan was to waste our time, make us get tired, make us stop talking about justice for Mohbad. But no, we won't relent. We are here. We're not going anywhere. We won't stop talking until they give us the justice that we have been clamoring for, and the justice that Mohbad deserves. Mohbad deserves to live.
No, I think because the way we are talking and we keep talking, one day they'll just get tired of it and they'll just say, okay, let's just give these people justice. I just pray so.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to Group Admin coming back to Nigeria because Vidiam had already said that he would ignite the case again when she comes back. But I hope that won't stop, the legal team doing the things that they need to do behind the scene, because we don't have to wait until Group Admin comes back, because the person I'm seeing right there, I don't think Group Admin is ready to come back to Nigeria. So we don't have to wait for that. So, which is why I'm hoping that, the right thing is done behind the scene legally. We don't need to hear what they're doing.
Yeah, they're definitely cooking. They're cooking. It will be ready soon.
Exactly, and I can't wait. I don't want them to come out to tell us, because it's not everyone that is in justice for Mohbad that wish for us to get that justice. So I just hope they cook it behind the scene, and then when the result is out, then they can tell us that, okay, yeah, this is what we've done and this is what we've done. So on the aspect of, asking question about what the legal team are doing, I think I would be mute in that aspect and wait for them to do whatever they're gonna do legally, and then when the result is out, then but I don't expect them to come out to start saying, oh, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. So I think we should all understand that as well, and then just hope that, wish them the best in whatever they do, and then hoping to get a good result as to whatever they're doing behind the scene. And we patiently wait for the group admin to come back to Nigeria safe and sound, and then expect the second match with VDM, because I know a lot of people are talking about the fact that VDM has nothing, that it was just there using us to fight group admin, and then he was just manipulating us. And I don't think that's the case, because I'm not sure how the legal work in Nigeria, but some people said that, whatever is posted on the social media cannot be used as an evidence in the court of law.
That's the lie. So why is she worried that we want to talk about her on social media?
She said that because she doesn't want us to analyze the lies that was.
If they can, that's a lie. Those people, they are petitioning. Everything they said is on social media.
I agree. I think she was just worried about the fact that we might to the point that she
would testament that she always sent medications to.
She didn't hear all of those things. I mean, she heard, but she just can't be bothered.
That it is live. She said those things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people said that all the things on the social media cannot be used as an evidence in the court of law. So
what to use.
Yeah, that's what they said in Nigeria. I don't know. Someone said that. I mean, I heard you on one live that,
they just basically pick what they want, But that's a lie.
Well, I'm not quite sure.
Garon, Arifa, everything they said, they used it against them. So how come the last case is different?
Well, exactly. So that was why I thought probably if he actually had a lot, like, there would have been something incriminating in that group chat that he's still keeping as a joker. Because
so many things we have.
Because some people said he was just using rat holes to fight group admin, and then he was just manipulating. But I don't believe that was the case anyway, because a lot of things had been revealed in the group chat that doesn't make sense at all. Like, for anyone in their right sense to say that if they were in their right senses, all these people following group admin, they would have known that this person is not looking for justice based on what was read in the cities, in the group chat.
And in the CTC, or whatever our testament was aligning with everything
every single thing. It's sad. I have to go and post at 8 because I have to post at 8.
They have been doing this particular act for a long time.
Yeah.
Like Mohbad said, we are meant to put a stop to their bullshit. This is what they do. This is what they're gonna do to the next Mohbad.
I mean, the enviness from his bestie, frenemies here and there, all of them, they just sat there and pretended like as if nothing happened, like they can't be bothered about what happened. It's so painful. I mean,
imagine that these people, they know a lot and they keep quiet. Why would Zlatan say Timba sorrow ma agbeje? What does that mean?
He knows a lot, but he doesn't want to talk because he wouldn't want anyone to quote him. And as they say, you heard it, you have to testify about what you heard. So he doesn't want to be incriminated in any shape or form. So he would say, no, I was not a witness, I didn't witness, or I can't talk. If I talk, this is what would happen. Because obviously he knows that this is a big case. But it's just being a friend of me. If that happened, it's a thing of, oh yeah, I was there, I saw it all happen. But it's just who he is.
But why was Latan's parents there before Baba came in?
A lot of questions that need to be asked, and that's why I said what's her name?
The only thing that can explain that is if they live on the same street, and I don't, I'm not sure. Still.
Why should they are that? Go back don't. Yoruba customs, you don't do that. They are older than Mohbad. They shouldn't have gone. Baba was not aware that Mohbad was dead. If he was aware that Mohbad was dead, he probably might be, let's say an adult was there with Mohbad, with Baba Mohbad, they might not have allowed him to see the boy. But there was no one with Baba Mohbad. There was no one. It was just him.
You know that the magistrate actually considered that the next of kin, according to her, actually was in shock and emotionally unstable when all of this happened. But he didn't consider the fact that the father of that disease, of Mohbad would feel worse.
Who is the next of kin?
Oh, you didn't hear that? She said that Wumi was next of kin.
When? How?
Well, that was what was stated in the recommendation.
Was there a written letter by Mohbad that Wumi is the next of kin?
That was what was stated in the recommendation, that the next of kin. I think she actually made mention of his body as well, but I'm not quite sure about that part because my network was not very good. I was out. Yeah.
So I think it was mentioned when the next of kin was mentioned in relation to talking about she should be responsible for the body of Mohbad and that kind of thing. Are they married, sir?
They're not married.
Let's say
they said they matched after they were not married, didn't it?
It has to be in papers, right?
But she stated in the court that she wasn't married to him. So why would she be the next of kin? Or is there any point that Mohbad told her before he died? Yeah, what would they tell you that the wife loved I would say the girlfriend loved him more than his dad? How is that possible?
I know I'm going to have a lot to say about this CTC. I'm not ready yet. I'm about to. From the little I heard,
yeah,
there's a lot to talk about. Definitely.
There is.
I just can't talk yet. Oh, it's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. I'm angry, but we can't do anything apart from follow the process. There's a process. We have to fight this till the end. Fuckers.
If they will pass this, Nigeria is doomed though. Men especially.
Imagine that you didn't listen to what was said, but you could actually decide that this person was actually Mohbad's next of kin. And in your opinion, she would love him more than his
next of kin.
Exactly. It's so annoying.
That was obviously saying that I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. I'm cooking jollof rice. I'm cooking fried rice. If you know that you are responsible for this person,
tell me about it.
Every point they are giving that person any medication or whatsoever. He was unconscious as well.
Tell me about
it.
You didn't question the fact that he was, he had to be taken from one room to the other. That is where she should ask the question that how was he fit when this happened? Because you can't say the person you know,
Oh, it's
had
cracking.
just a
Sorry.
minor cut, and then you had
I've not
to
been
take
here.
it to the next.
Sorry. That's why I off it before.
Mohbad's injury.
Who caused it? That should be the focus of the inquiry.
Yeah. Yeah,
What caused this injury?
Prime Boy, and they insisted that it was a self.
Or who benefit from their tokenism. Nigeria is a comedy. Praying for a new Nigeria, that things can still be better. Nigeria is an adventure.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gun masini yóò ní forí sápá. Mọ́tò tírélà ò ní yá àgbá yín tọkàntọkàn.
Or anyone is wrong.
Than everything. Leave Iyabo Ojo.
Many people just open their mouth to say,
Leave Iyabo Ojo. Tell us who.
Ahead than each other. You get it. Being in Nigeria doesn't mean I'm senseless.
The responsibility.
Oh my God. I will have to let me remove one moderator. I don't know, I've got 30 moderators here.
30.
How come did I? Oh my God, can I even do that? Okay, I can't do that now. Later on. It's when I go live on phone. Okay, it's better now, right?
Let's come back, YouTube. Let's come back.